So my name is Adamu, and I'm happy to moderate today's session. A very warm welcome to all of you. This is the GAIN Agribusiness Innovation Challenge Demo Day in partnership with Nigeria Climate Innovation Center. And we have gone through a very short, but I would say engaging journey with the entire program, starting from the selection exercise, which was nationwide, very inclusive, very objective, and very thorough. Of course, GAIN played a very important role in ensuring that we selected the best minds within the agri-tech space to ensure that the problem at hand is solved at the end of the day. So the thematic focus area of this program is to find solutions which could be either digital or hardware that could mitigate food supply chain challenges in Nigeria. And we, with 40 startups, which we ran a pitch readiness bootcamp with, and afterwards we had a technical assistance session with them, and we trickled that number down to 10. And these 10 finalists were bifurcated into two groups, and some were sent to Ibadan and some to Kaduna, pardon me, to test and validate their products and customers respectively. And this was pretty much successful because we could see in real time how these solutions could cater for the problems within the thematic area of this particular competition or program, so to speak. The entire outcome for us is to see that at that national level, we're able to mitigate an essential challenge within the food supply chain problems or issues we have, as a country. And there's nothing wrong, to see that one of the entrepreneurs or a couple of the entrepreneurs here who will pitch before you today come up with solutions that are viable, effective, sustainable, and efficient enough to cater for food supply chain challenges in the country. Once again, it's important for us to continue to reiterate that this program is financed and powered by the Global Alliance for Improved Nutrition GAIN. Please could you give them a round of applause. We do have very senior people from GAIN seated on my left-hand side. We have the director, the country director for GAIN Nigeria, Dr. Michael Ojo. Please give him a round of applause. Thank you. We also have the deputy director of GAIN Nigeria, Dr. Abbas Yusuf. We also have, Godwin, please, would you forgive me? I have forgotten your second name, but I know that you will forgive me. I'll come for a proper apology. We have Oga Godwin. I call him Oga Godwin. Please give him a round of applause. Perhaps I didn't prepare for this well. A second apology. I know we have another GAIN staff on the table. Please give her a round of applause. We'll get to meet her later. And then we also have, I usually call her my vice president. I assume I'm the president. Her name is Mercy Olorunfemi. Those of you who had known me before the program would realize that I've lost a bit of weight because of Mercy. Mercy is not that merciful. She drives you. She ensures she gets the best out of you. And that's one thing I really do admire about her. She knows what she wants to achieve. She understands how she wants to achieve it. And she's got, the gift, or should I say the talent or potential to leverage the skill sets, around her and the strengths of the people around her to drive success. So please give her a round of applause. She's done a marvelous work driving the program from when it started up, until this stage. Uh, Let me not bore you with my lengthy welcome address. I think I've welcomed all of you. They're calling this a welcome address, so welcome everybody, and let me declare this session open for the purpose, for which we're here. So the second item on the agenda would be a keynote address from the GAIN Nigeria Country Director, Dr. Michael Ojo. Thank you.
What did I miss? Okay, there's a joke on me, but I'm not sure what it is. But anyway, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues. This is supposed to be a keynote address, and when I hear that, it sounds very political. But I really just wanted to say a few comments in opening. It feels really, really great to be here this morning on behalf of the Global Alliance for Improved Nutrition, GAIN, in Nigeria. This much anticipated demo day of the Agribusiness Innovation Challenge is here. And our being together here this morning signifies our commitment to innovation and also underlines our resolve to transform food systems so that they deliver healthier diets more sustainably. This is a transformation that is crucial for our nation's health, crucial for our sustainability, crucial for economic prosperity. You will have heard this before. Nigeria is a nation that is rich or has a rich agricultural heritage, lots of potential. The problem is this potential is not being realized despite all of the talk about it. So transforming our food systems is not just an opportunity, it is in fact an urgent necessity. Our growing population, which is currently estimated at something over 200 million, means that we need a radical rethink of how we produce, how we distribute, how we market, how we consume food, and in particular, nutritious foods. This need for food and nutrition security is further amplified by the pressing challenges posed by climate change. So you will have seen the impacts already, or the outcomes. High temperatures, uncertain rainfall patterns, water scarcity, soil degradation, etc., all of which threaten the very foundations of our food security. The Agribusiness Innovation Challenge, or AIC, therefore is a necessary and timely intervention. The AIC aligns perfectly with GAIN's mission to advance nutrition outcomes by improving the consumption of nutritious and safe foods for all people, especially the most vulnerable to malnutrition. By focusing on tech-driven innovations, we are looking for solutions that can revolutionize our food system, solutions that can improve our supply chain efficiency, and very importantly, solutions that can draw younger people in to see the food system beyond agricultural production or farming to exciting business opportunities. Innovation in agribusiness is a critical lever in our quest for food system transformation. Through this advancement, we can address critical issues such as post-harvest loss reduction, food waste reduction, like I said, supply chain inefficiencies, lack of access to nutritious foods more generally. And these challenges are not just barriers to health and prosperity. They also represent significant economic opportunities for our young people and entrepreneurs. And our focus on youth-led startups is deliberate and strategic. The youth of Nigeria are globally renowned innovators. And I think we all miss a trick if we do not facilitate this innate resource that we have to be deployed in all of our spaces, and in this case, the food system space. Young people bring fresh perspectives. You guys bring unbridled energy. You bring a willingness to challenge the status quo. And in you, we see a future for Nigeria, a future that is sustainable, that's resilient, that is nutritionally secure. So on our part, by providing the technical assistance, improving access to financial services, offering platforms like this, for you to showcase your solutions, we are investing in the future of our food systems. The innovations that we will be seeing today, and I had a chance to preview some of them yesterday, all have the potential to reshape our agricultural landscape. From digital platforms that connect farmers directly to markets, reducing food waste and improving incomes, to hardware innovations that enhance food preservation and safety. Each idea brings us closer to a more efficient, a more sustainable, and a more resilient food system. As we move forward, our vision as GAIN is clear. We aim to create an ecosystem where innovation thrives, where solutions are not just imagined, but actually are realized and brought to the market, and where the impact is tangible and far-reaching. Our focus on supply chain efficiency is also strategic, ensuring that from farm to fork, our food journey is safe, is sustainable, it's efficient. So in closing, I would really like to extend my my heartfelt gratitude to all of the startups. Like I said yesterday, I'm just in awe of young people who just don't look at a problem and fold their hands, but jump in with both of their feet and their hands and try to find solutions. I would like to extend my gratitude to our partners, the Nigeria Climate Innovation Center, and all the supporters of the Agribusiness Innovation Challenge. Your contributions are shaping the future of our food systems. I was going to say something, but I will leave that because I was just going to say, we already seen some of the ideas that have come through these types of platforms really take root. So your contributions are shaping the future of our food systems. And to our young innovators, your journey does not end here. However it ends, today it doesn't end here. In fact, it's just the beginning. You are pioneers. You're pioneering a new agribusiness era marked by innovation, resilience, and nutrition for all. So let's transform our food systems together for a healthier, more sustainable Nigeria and future for our country. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Michael Ojo. That was the country director for GAIN Nigeria. Please, another round of applause for him. I hope you can all see me, considering I'm shorter. Okay, I think we should recognize the presence of one of the judges for today. Mr. Jerry Oche. I would say he is an all-rounder, honestly. He's an economist, he's an entrepreneur, he is an innovator. He has cut, across, the various sectors and value chains, of agribusiness. And he's pursuing some things that he might not want me to mention here, but believe you me, when you hear of him in the future, just don't be surprised. He has disrupted the entire ecosystem. Jerry Oche, please, could you stand up for recognition? Yeah. So we have some other judges coming. They are on their way. Lagos is happening to them at the moment, but they should be here before the pitch starts. That should be after our tea break. I would like to call on my Oga, Godwin Ehiebe, who will be talking about strengthening nutrition in priority staples, which is basically the SNPs project. Mr. Godwin, please, over to you.
I'd love to project. Good morning, everyone. He has been establishing the protocols, the first time and now again. So permit me to stand on existing or already established protocols. I just want to ask a question. How many of you have heard of the SNPs project, as in SNPs, in the house here? No, apart from my GAIN colleagues now. Okay, can anyone tell me what SNP stands for? No, not these guys that, anyone here? Okay, let's hear for one person. Please, yes. Okay, great, thank you, that's fantastic. So, okay. So SNP stands for Strengthening Nutrition in Priority Staples. So this project is funded by BMZ, and we have been on since 2021. And I'm surprised just few hands here, but I believe that after we leave, when someone asks you about the SNPs project, you should know what we're doing. Okay, so the main goal of the SNPs project is to improve access and consumption of safe and nutritious food in Nigeria. And we have some objectives that will guide us to achieve that. I don't want to give you so much details, but I'm just going to tell you some of the things that you can say if someone asks you about the SNPs project. Very importantly, the SNPs project gives a nutrition lens to an existing project, or rather a project that was funded by BMZ some times ago. And so that project is called the GAIN Innovation Center. So what we came to do is to give a nutrition lens to it. You know, GAIN is one of the foremost nutrition organizations in the world. And so we were contracted to come in and give a nutrition lens to what GIZ has been doing in the GIC. Okay, so for the SNPs project, we have 3 components. One of the components is the reason why you're here today. That's the business support component. And then we have the biofortification component. We have the workforce nutrition component also. And they all have different objectives, but these objectives are tied towards achieving the overall goal, which is to promote the production and consumption of safe and nutritious foods. But for the SNPs project, we are using the value chain approach. And so we have 4 value chains we're working on. And these value chains are, who can tell me? Now, somebody should help me now. I want these innovators to talk. Because at least you were with me last week. Okay, let me hear from you. Orange fly sweet potato, that's fine, beautiful, fantastic. Vitamin A maize, wonderful. Vitamin A cassava.
Vitamin A enriched rice.
Rice. Okay, so those are the 4 value chains, and then these 3 components will be working to ensure that we achieve our overall goal under these 4 value chains. And so for each of the value chains, each of the components, we have certain value chains that are attached to it. For example, the biofortification component speaks to maize, OFSP, and cassava. And this is because we're considering biofortified varieties of those staples. And so, of course, you know biofortification is not GMO, right? It's good. So they are products that we get from conventional breeding. They're not GMOs. Then we have the workforce nutrition, which speaks to 2 major value chains. I'll tell you why. And then business support speaks to all the value chains, hence why we have innovations that support the 4 value chain here today. Okay, so for the workforce nutrition, why we have maize and rice is because of our reach. We're hoping that we can be able to reach, initially we wanted to reach organized sectors. If you look at these 4 value chains, we have more people in production of maize and rice or in that particular value chain. So we want to ensure we reach more people, especially in organized settings. Hence why we have just those 2 there for now. And so, we're operating in 4 LGAs, 4 states in Nigeria. And in each of these 4 states, we have 4 LGAs. And these 4 LGAs were selected based on certain criteria that our research helped us come up with. We had our inception phase for about a year. So we had a research running for a very long time. And then we came up with these 4 states, 4 LGAs in each of the states, as you can see. Like I said, it's a 5-year project. We started 2021, and we hope to end in 2025. And of course, our implementation is phased. So we're currently in this phase here, the full implementation phase, where we hope to implement from 12 to 48 months of the project. Okay, so I'll quickly just go straight to what we have done so far so that you get to know. And so for us in the SNPs project, I'll start with the biofortification component. We actually outlined certain activities that will help us achieve our goals under the biofortification component. Our target initially was to work with 6,000 farmers only. But when we started, we noticed that 6,000 might just be too small, and we're already stepping up this number already because of the interest we've gotten from people who really wants to be part of this project from the various communities where we work. So we of course, will do good agronomic practices training. Of course, seasonal climate prediction training will be there, or is there. Input distribution across the state, because we are bringing in new innovations, and people don't know about biofortification, and they don't even have access to the planting materials. Hence why we're doing input distribution. Of course, demo plots establishment is one of the activities we're also doing to aid technology transfer, especially in the communities. And then we're doing community stems and vine multiplication. We have the green feed day, the brown feed day, proximate processing training, distribution of assets, of course, and then training of groups on group dynamics and asset management. Good. So finally, let me go straight to this. I'm rushing because it's a very long presentation, and I know you might have questions. So under the vitamin A maize, in Kaduna State, we've trained about 4,000 farmers already, and these farmers have adopted the innovation around production of biofortified crops. And so they are producing these crops in Kaduna State currently. And last year we saw a very huge harvest, bumper harvest, as a result of our training in the state. Then for cassava, our activities around cassava is implemented in Oyo State only. And so we have trained about 1,500 farmers under cassava. For the orange flesh sweet potato, we've reached out to about 500, 200 in Oyo and 300 in Benue. So, this is what I just said. So for the proximate processing training, proximate processing, like the name implies, can someone just tell me what is the meaning of proximate processing? Technical. It's really technical. Okay, it's just like saying we're bringing processing closer to where we get the raw materials. And in this case, where we get the raw materials are the communities, the rural communities where we have the farming activities taking place. So proximate processing has to do with processing close to raw materials. So under the proximate processing training, we do this in two components of the project. The business support component starts this training and then hands over to the workforce, the biofortification component for cascading to the communities, because the farmers, the producers are all residents in the rural communities, or if you like, the countryside. So in Kaduna, about 3,600 participants have been trained. In Benue, 270, Oyo, 1,032 under the proximate processing. So through this training, they are taught different recipes, how to convert these staples we talked about from the raw form to recipes that are acceptable in the home for people to eat. And then we have also supported about 2,383 project participants with productive assets. And these assets include hammer mills and graters, because these farmers have identified that for them to change or provide the utility of form on these products, they have to process it. And so we have supported them with hammer mills and also graters. This plot is fine, right? Very beautiful. Wow, somebody is smiling and opening it there. So this is one of our demonstration plots just last year in Kaduna State. This is the VAM, vitamin A maize and demonstration plot. So this picture is not too clear. It's the brown feed day happening in Kaduna. And then, of course, we train our farmers on asset management. They need to know how to manage the inputs. This is one of the distribution of the inputs pictures. Of course, women everywhere. You see how happy they are. Pictures from the proximate processing. All right, so under the workforce nutrition component, these three components I mentioned initially are interlinked. The farmer or the biofortification component produces, hands it over to the business support component where Messi is leading, and then there is a particular component that stands as the unifier. And what that component does is to ensure that the farmer is healthy, the processor is healthy, and then the general populace or population consume what the farmer produces and the processor produces. And that component is called the workforce nutrition component. So for the workforce nutrition components, we do activities around social and behavioral and change communication campaigns. We do a lot of access-related activities and also advocacy. So for the workforce nutrition component, we have conducted SBCC across the 4 states where we're implementing this activity. Our SBCC is using a 2-pronged approach. We're doing the normal SBCC, which has to do with community entry, community reach, and then the second approach is the use of radio. Of course, we know radio has a way to reach out to population in a very, in the countryside, that's the very deep rural areas. If you go to the rural communities, there might not be light, but you just find out that there's one person with one small radio in his ears, listening, on his ears listening, okay? We have radio programs for that. And then the workforce nutrition also promote access through what we call our home garden approach and innovative access model. So the home garden approach, of course, promotes the production of safe and nutritious foods, especially at home. It's not for commercial purpose, it's for consumption. So when the household produces these vegetables, and then we also have OFSP in that one, when they produces them, we also ensure they consume them. So one of our responsibilities is also to track consumption of these safe and nutritious foods. So it means that we don't want the farmer to be sick. We don't want the general population to be sick. We don't want the workers in the value chain to be sick. We want everybody to be healthy and then continue the chain. And when this chain continues, we will achieve success in our goals. Then we also have what we call the innovative access model. For the innovative access model, what we do is to bring this safe and nutritious food down to the home of the consumer. So this particular aspect of the project takes this food from the consumers via retailers or some chains to get to the household. We call it nearest to home. So what it means is that when the biofortification component produces this food, we will have some persons who are in the middle who picks this food from the farm in whatever form, both raw and processed form, down to the doorstep of the consumer. In some clients, you find out that people don't even know they even exist, especially the nutritious food we are promoting. So with the innovative access model, they will get access to the nutritious food we are promoting. So I have pictures from home gardens here. Not so clear. Seen some beautiful gardens here. Okay. So very importantly is our third-party advocacy. What we do here is to see how we can get advocates to speak on behalf of the project. So they have been able to reach out to government, reach out to civil society organizations, development partners in different parts of this country to ensure that we promote the production and consumption of safe and nutritious foods, especially in the workplace. So I will not dwell much on the workforce nutrition component, but just so you know, we have a unifier, which is the workforce nutrition component under the SNPs project. And the third component is the business support component. I won't talk so much on this also because Messi is here. She manages that component. but she will talk more on something else, actually, apart from the business support component. So just so you know, I have a summary of the business support component. So far, the business support component have reached out to 3,000 plus women and youth SMEs, youth-led SMEs, in the last 2 years of our implementation. And then also, 2,000 plus women and youth agri-tech startups have also been supported with technical assistance. And then this part is very important. 40 million, is that dollars, Messi? That is a small part now. That's just a very small part of it in funding. And then 400 multi-sectoral stakeholders have been engaged. So a whole lot of activities are carried out under the business support component. One of the activities is the reason why we're here, which is the Agribusiness Innovation Challenge. And so, I have rushed it, and I have finished it. I know you have a lot of questions. I was given 15 minutes, and I don't want to keep us here. Did I do well with my 15 minutes? Thank you very much. So when Mercy comes up, she's going to talk so much on the Agribusiness Innovation Challenge. If you have any question, you may want to reach out to either me, Mercy, or Africa. We're all here. We'll be with you throughout today so that we can answer your questions. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Godwin. That was very insightful, very engaging. It's very difficult to make technical presentations look and sound very interesting. So nice job, Godwin. Please, a round of applause for him. While he was presenting, one of the judges came in. Her name is Dr. Helen Emore. Dr. Helen Emore has got over 30 years postgraduate experience working around the entrepreneurship and innovation space. She has trained over 10,000 startups and has coached over 100 startups. So she's really very busy. Please, a round of applause for Dr. Helen Amore. Yeah. So I actually thought of doing this because we don't want to make this too maybe rigid, or I want to move around and engage everyone. Not everyone, but the startups. You know, you've gone through this program, and could you, in just a few seconds, maybe 5-10 seconds, tell us what you, I would say, what you feel about the program, your feedback on the program, and the value it has added to you. Let me start with the lady.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So the experience with the Agri Innovation Challenge has been very helpful for my business in the terms of, first, market validation. Of course, we've achieved product market fit, but there's certain other bent of the innovations that we've not really tested with some part of the market. But we're able to do it by working real life with farmers, talking to them, and also doing it at the end of the side of the value chain.
I didn't say you should pitch, just talk about what you feel about the program.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The program has been absolutely amazing. For me personally, I'm from a technical background, so this program really helped me to understand things around the agricultural space. And then for the tutors that trained us was really, really amazing. And it helped us also with customer validation. So it's an all-round program that's really been impactful to us. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Barakat from Ijais. The program has really been an eye-opener for us because fine, we are already in the business industries, but through the market validation process, we are able to be exposed to how much we can go deeper into the business and make much more use of our products. Thank you.
Let me cross over to the other side.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Anas from Farmatego. This exercise has been a great one for me personally. Like, it's carroted my growth, like, multiplied by 100 in terms of not just the customer validation, but because we had intensive training that's worth a lot. And the attention that was given to each and every one of us was so personalized, and it was so intensive. We learned a lot during the customer validation, going to several places in Oyo State, as for me, and I really appreciate everybody that has contributed to this. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Aworum Chidera from Matem. And since everybody's talking about market validation, let me just talk about the program in general. It has been a very insightful one, especially the learning experience, the exposure, and most of all, the coaching. Like it's like an incubation for us because we get to learn a lot, and we have been introduced to different sectors of the markets that our eyes weren't open to before. I mean, we went to the bottom, the ground up, the farm where the produces are made and all that. And it has really been a insightful program for us. Thank you very much.
All right. Please a round of applause for them. And you know, if we're going to use one word to describe everything that they've spoken about, I think I would just, sum up everything to what I call value. So value has been added to these 10 entrepreneurs where this amazing program, which we must not forget, was powered and financed by GAIN, which is Global Alliance for Improved Nutrition. Please a round of applause for GAIN and the startups. Messi, I know you're meant to come up next, but I think I would like to tell you guys a true story that happened in Kano. Believe me, it's a true story. So we have Malansani. Malansani is a shy guy. His wife put to bed, and he didn't have money for the naming. So he was confused, he was frustrated, he was depressed, and he found a friend, an Igbo guy called Indubisi, who helped him with, the funding he would need for the naming, because he asked all his relatives, and they all gave him that Nigerian excuse: if only you had come last week, if only you had come 3 days ago. I just did this, I just did that. So he left all of them and went to Ndubisi, and Ndubisi gave him about 500,000 to sort out, not a loan, I would say a grant, and just gave it to him to sort himself out. So on the naming ceremony, the imam came after all the prayers. If you guys know Kano, very traditional and religious state. And the imam said, "What name would you like to give your child?" He said, Ndubisi. They said, "No, it's not possible." He said, "No, Ndubisi. The next child too will be Ndubisi." So I want GAIN to be your Ndubisi. I want GAIN to add so much value to you and etch it within, your future endeavor, so that whenever you become the next Steve Jobs or Steve Bezos, you will always remember GAIN. GAIN, GAIN. Those in favor say yes? Yeah, the eyes have it. So, Messi, the floor is yours. You could come and give us an overview around the Agribusiness Innovation Challenge. The floor is yours. Please a round of applause for Messi as she approaches the stage.
Good morning, everyone. It's now that we come. Good morning. Good to see a lot of faces here. I'm really excited to be here. I remember when we had the brief on social media, and I was talking to all of you. Some of you were there, some of you weren't, and introducing this program. I wonder what went through our minds when I was doing that overview. I was pretty sure some of you that have not heard about GAIN before was like, what are these people doing? Is it really true? Are they joking or are they serious? Are they scammers? But how do we feel now? It's not a scam, Abi? All right, so I'm really excited that we're here. I'm really excited that we've come so far. Godwin did an introduction for all the components, including business support, and I would just want to do that and then Innovation Challenge. For business support, which is a component under SNPs, our goal is to support the production and commercialization of these biofortified foods and ensure that they are safe to consume. What that means is we are looking at processing, we are looking at food safety, we are looking at commercialization. It's important to know that for all of these things to happen, we can't go so far without innovation, which is the reason why all of you are here, which is the reason why we have this program. For the business support component, again, farmers and SMEs to produce foods that are nutritious, safe, accessible, affordable, and desirable. This is a plate of our beautiful gari, right? And I'm happy that we have innovations here that support this. I'm just going to go over and then link it to why we are here. Because the truth is, all your innovations support me one way or the other, which is the reason why we have this program. Like Godwin said, we do the proximate processing, which we call safe and nutritious production of these foods. For us, we are interested in turning this vitamin A cassava, vitamin A maize, orange flesh sweet potato into amazing food products. So imagine having bread made with vitamin A cassava. How many of us have had cassava bread? Okay, so, okay. The hands are increasing. I remember when we started this project, when we go into the room, myself and Godwin and Lachang, when we ask questions about vitamin A products, nobody raises up their hand. So that is a good one, and we are yet to complete it. So we want to turn these nutritious products into or crops into amazing products. Bread, cereal, anything you can consume, really. Imagine having your cornflakes made from vitamin A maize. The same cornflakes, but more nutritious, more better for your body. And so based on that, we have things like potato pudding, Ghanaian flour, orange fresh sweet potato cereal. All of these things have been produced by some of the farmers you saw and some of the businesses that you will be producing your innovations to support, which is the reason why this innovation challenge is so important. So this was made from orange flesh sweet potato. We also are interested in building, it's business support. So marketing, packaging, business sustainability is very important. Because if these businesses do not have an overarching understanding of how to effectively run their business, they will not be sustainable. And our food products will not be in the shelf. So how do we get more people to consume if that does not happen? Which is why we have this packaging training, which is marketing training, which is why we have the business sustainability training across all the 4 states which we work in. Godwin talked about the micro grant which we have given for 40 million. We both agreed it's a small number. Well, we've upgraded that one. As at July 2023, we had identified 7 businesses where we're giving 2 million each to these businesses to increase their commercialization. Clap for Mercy now, clap for GAIN. To increase the commercialization of these foods, to increase the volume of production. We understand the problems that businesses are facing, whether they are small businesses, they are rural businesses. Most of the time, funding is the issue. We are looking at this issue from 2 phases. Yes, there might be lack of knowledge, but funding is a problem. How do we scale their production? How do we ensure more nutrient-enriched products are developed? Hence, we identified 7 businesses, like I said. But as of December 2023, by the 30th of December, we identified 17 more businesses, and we'll be providing them with 3 million each. Can someone help us with calculation? How much is that? 54? Clap again now. So what that means is all through 2023, we identified 24 businesses that we are providing these grants to. This is outside of the money that some of you are vying for, and you already said you are going to carry home through this program. Because business support is really focused on safety, we have a number of activities that are focused on food safety. Quality control and assurance, basic and advanced food safety, raw material handling. All of these is to ensure that the people handling our food, whether they are food vendors, whether they are business owners, whether they are processors, distributors, understand the importance of food safety and they know how to handle our food properly. As many of you know, food can be contaminated from production right to distribution. It can be contaminated when cooking it. So imagine those different chains, and which is the reason why we have some of you that have been able to create these innovations. We want to reduce and totally eliminate the food safety problems that we're encountering in our food systems. One of the activities that we're really proud of, and we feel it's very important for the Nigeria where we are in today, is the NAFDAC activity, which is where we provided technical support to businesses to get their NAFDAC registration done. for a lot of the businesses that we work with, one of the issues that they experience, or one of the issues they've said, is they don't understand the regulatory requirements. So to make them understand it better, we brought NAFDAC to them. So imagine having a room like this. We had the NAFDAC zonal director, we had all the state coordinators providing this technical support, providing these needed explanations of what they need to do, how they need to get registered in 90 days. Registration with NAFDAC is just 90 days. But because of know-how, understanding, that was not. So we did all of this to ensure that these businesses are registered. So far, we've had more businesses now registering because of GAIN, because of business support. Please clap for us again. Our Agribusiness Innovation Clinic. So this for us is a very important convening. We're looking at supply chain efficiency in two ways. First of all, through social dialogue, and secondly, through innovation challenges like this. The first one, because we understand that there are issues outside the scope of GAIN. As you know, we are designed and created to solve the problems caused by malnutrition in developing countries. However, there are some problems that we cannot really look at. It might be infrastructure, it might be double taxation. The Innovation Clinic provides that space where we convene different actors, so including banks. So if you look here, you see things, it's a very long slide anyway. You see banks, you see FCMB, you see Sterling, you see different banks, microfinance banks that come into the room, including state governments, and listen to some of the challenges faced by our businesses. The small businesses, the big businesses. We've also had the privilege of having big businesses such as Olam's come into the room and discuss what are the challenges they are facing across the supply chain. How can we solve it? And look, identify policy solutions to some of the problems that we're experiencing as a business or as farmers. So that is what the Innovation Clinic does, and it's been really successful in also exposing some of the people that we work with, whether they are farmers, whether they are businesses, to access the finance, linking them to these amazing people that can help them actually build their business, and also helping them with the knowledge that they need in terms of infrastructure, in terms of insurance. Now, innovation challenge. So I'm just going to go to this picture of our colleague here. He's in the room. This picture was taken. Can you all see this? Okay, so I was blocking you, sorry. So this picture was taken in Kaduna. And it's a picture of one of our farmers with one of the innovators here. Please, can you wave? Go, Nana. So this represents what we want to do with the innovation challenge. It's not a challenge that is developed without understanding of the sector that we play in. Godwin had given a fantastic introduction to biofortification. We want to ensure that farmers that are processing or farming these biofortified foods have the right support they need across the value chain. They have the right support in their production. They have the right support to transit, because what we are trying to do with biofortification is to support the transition from traditional variety to the more nutrient-enriched variety. And so this innovation helps us do some of these things. Market access is one of the problems that we are facing, and some of these farmers are facing. And so some of the innovations here speak to this. For the Agribusiness Innovation Challenge, the reason why I gave all of this detailed explanation is because if you think through all the activities that have been mentioned here by Godwin and myself, you see that there is a chain. It starts from production, it ends in consumption. What happens along the way? How do we ensure that from production to consumption, that chain is healthier, is stronger, and provides the right support for businesses that needs to thrive? How do we ensure that people that are consuming the food get the right food? How do we ensure food safety? This is why we have the Agribusiness Innovation Challenge. This is why GAIN has invested so much, and why we are trying to change the narrative by improving supply chain efficiency in Nigeria. The Agribusiness Innovation Challenge actually started last year, or 2 years ago now, and this is our second cohort, right? And for us, what we're looking at is supply chain efficiency, focusing on food safety, as well as focusing on traceability, focusing on climate, because we understand that all of these issues affect our productivity as Nigerians, as Nigerian farmers, and also affect the kind of food that we consume at the end of the day. We want to consume better food, but how can we make that happen? Which is why you're going to be listening to amazing pitches by young Nigerians. We have 10 innovators here from different areas. Some of them have tried to solve this problem focusing on food safety. Some of them have tried to solve this problem focusing on cold storage. Some of them have tried to solve this problem by looking at market access. So I encourage all of us to listen today, ask questions, try and connect. It's going to be an amazing day, and I wish all of you a fruitful deliberation and success to our winners. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Messi. I don't think I have to be on the stage. I think it's time to have some breakfast, please. You could help yourselves.
For anyone with feeling late, read the macula. Wanna make love on the moon, dancing to my tunes. Is it too much? It's not too much. I wanna be a forest if wishes were horses. Is it too much? It's not too much. If I want money, me, I do want dance, I got to say. If I want money, me, I'm all by my shojo, I'm all by my foya, I'm all by me.
Okay. I almost started dancing, but I had to behave myself. You know, that song is very viral. Well, let me thank all of you once again for staying with us. This is the reason why we're here today, to listen to our amazing entrepreneurs pitch, you know, their ideas to our wonderful panel of judges who would be scoring them, and that would determine who gets home with what. But I think it's very important that I do a little bit of tone setting towards managing the expectations of these amazing startups. Remember, I told a very beautiful story. Don't worry, I'm not going to tell any stories again. But the most important thing around this is to ensure that you take advantage of everything that you have learned from the beginning of this program up until this moment. The truth is a very bitter pill to chew. Not all of you would have the prize money I think you've been thinking of, you know, up in your heads or minds for the past couple of weeks. But it's not about the money, it's about the value that has brought on to you. And we would like you to carry that on to pursuing, you know, great goals in the future. It's a competition, so we all can be winners in the true sense of getting the money. And I'm emphasizing on that money because that might actually be the thought process, you know, feel for some of you. And I want you to take that away from your minds and see this program as a value add to, you know, your entrepreneurial journeys. Okay. Nigeria is playing on Saturday, but we might not end up winning the African Cup of Nations. Yeah, but we are in the competition. So I want all of you to see yourselves as winners. Remember, we received about, I think, over how many applications? Some were very bad, yes, but I mean, if you could be within the 40 that were selected, and we still trickled that number down to 10 nationwide, you should know there's something about you, there's something within you that we have seen, and we can't get it wrong. So you should be proud of yourselves. That's my own thinking, right? Yeah. So for that reason, I mean, you're all winners. And I always use this analogy. If you would move away from this innovation challenge, the same crop of people, and to go to another venue with different judges, the outcomes will probably be different. Yeah, you know, so just see yourselves as winners, and don't be winners for money. Be winners for value, all right? So I had to do that, you know, expectation management for all of you so that no one goes home sad, oh my God, I didn't get the money. Nah, it's not about the money, okay? It's about what you have and what we believe can work. for the purpose and goal of this program. All right? So we have our judges. They have the score sheet. You're required to pitch for 3 minutes, as we have rehearsed over and over and over and over again. Again. All right. We would allow you to pitch for 3 minutes, and they would ask you questions for about 2 minutes. So that's a total of, say, 5 minutes per entrepreneur. And for the judges, would like to urge that you keep your questions like very succinct and straight to the point. And for you, the entrepreneurs, don't tell too many stories. The question as direct as you can. So I think we should start and let the pitching begin. Are we going to have like some sort of drum roll or something to make it more exciting? I don't know. All right. Didn't know we had drummers here. Okay. So, entrepreneurs, are you ready? Yes. No, this yes is too weak. Are you ready? Yes, we have soldiers here. I intentionally gave them the microphone to talk about, what they felt about the program, so you can have a feel of, the crop of entrepreneurs that we have. They really are very amazing. I'm going to blow their trumpet, honestly, because we took our time to groom them to this level and ensure that they impress you. So I'm putting all of you on the spot, whether you like it or not, to come here and impress all of us. So please do all that you can and pitch your idea and own it. All right? So the first entrepreneur that would be gracing this stage is, this is our fourth judge, Jonathan. Jonathan, welcome and thank you for making it. So we have a complete package of judges. This is the full complement. So thank you very much, Jonathan. You look amazing, though. Yeah, thank you. All right. Okay. So once again, are we ready? Yes, sir. All right, correct. So the first space, well, the last stage that I was on was when I hosted the Oscars, but today I'm on this very, 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 very small stage, but the competition is very big, all right? You guys didn't watch the Oscars? All right, okay, it's me, Adamu. You saw me, right? I knew you must have seen me somewhere, yes. All right, so the first amazing entrepreneur who's gonna grace this amazing stage to pitch his amazing solution is Echo Tutu. Keep the applause going. Echo Tutu.
Good morning. My name is Michael Akinshete. I'm a co-founder of the Echo Tutu, where we're enabling growth for food businesses and improving access to nutritious food within the food value chain, supply chain. 45% of food that we produce in Nigeria goes to waste due to poor post-service handling and a lack of access to reliable cold storage infrastructure. If you think about this, that's 45% of food that does not get to the table of the final consumer. This has its implication in income for smallholder farmers. There's a $9 billion gap annually. And in terms of nutrition, it reduces access to safe and nutritious food. And then the price of food increases in the market due to this. To put it into context, 16.5 million children under the age of 5 faced acute malnutrition in the year 2023. This is huge, guys. To solve this problem, EcoTutu has created a suite of off-grid coaching solutions, at the heart of which is our EcoTutu Hub, a solar-powered walk-in cold room that is fitted with real-time monitoring capacity and is powered by thermal storage technology to help farmers, aggregators, and food processors to preserve their wares and retain the nutrient content. We see it as a supply chain problem, and so we have a solution for plugging the gap at each intersection of the value chain, from farm to fork. Our value proposition is obviously access to the needed cold storage infrastructure, real-time monitoring, up to 30% increase in income, and also employment opportunity for women and youth within the communities that we're situated in. How do we make money? The first model is cooking as a service. We set up this cold room in farming clusters and open market areas where farmers of OFSP, vitamin A, cassava, and co can get access to this solution for as little as 250 naira per crate per day. We also deploy this solution on a outright basis. And then we charge commission on added logistics service, where we help these farmers to move their products from their production point to whatever destination
You
they desire.
have 1 minute remaining.
We've made some traction. In the last 3 years, we've helped 1,200 farmers and 70 businesses to save 25,000 tons of food. And it's commensurate metric in GHG emission. And last year, we launched 2 solar-powered cold rooms in major markets, one in Lagos and the other in Nasarawa State. What we aim to do in the next 2 years is to expand the solution across 20 states in the country. And to do that, we require $1.5 million. But for this challenge, the 4,000 USD that we hope to win will be used to deepen our community engagement and also, further train communities in post-harvest handling, and also to further R&D in the development of our inventory management system, as our solution is actually equipped with that, as I mentioned earlier. This is the amazing team. Babajide Oluwase is my CEO. I'm the co-founder. And then together we have over 45 years in cumulative experience. It is said that if the food is not nutritious, it is not safe. And if it's not safe, then it's not food. So join us on this journey as we make nutrition a staple for all Nigerians. Thank you.
If you have questions, comments.
Okay, well done and very good presentation. I'm a bit biased towards 2 things, so it will form a lot of my questions. I've given my questions up front. I'm a bit biased towards the financial position. So where you currently are, I know what you are trying to raise, but speak to me about what your traction has been from a profitability standpoint. So what have you?
Okay, so in the last 3 years, in 2021, we made a total of $12,000 in revenue. In 2022, $77,000 in revenue. And in the year 2023, we reached 120K.
So I was deliberate with my choice of word. I said profitability, not revenue, right? I just want to know, so what percentage of this is really, I just want to know what it is. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah. So
just to get a sense of what it is.
Okay, so on this flagship product, we have a revenue, a margin of about 30 to 35%.
Okay, so do you think it was worth highlighting that? Do you think that helps your presentation?
Okay.
So that's the feedback for
yes,
next time, yeah?
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Then second one around impact. So I'm big on the concept of circularity, and I'm sure I said that in the sessions I took you all. Is that something you're measuring? So yes, I can infer that what you are doing has an impact, but is there any data that you're currently gathering around that?
Yes, there is.
So if I ask for it, is that, okay, tell me, since you know.
I don't know. I don't have the numbers right now, but I can look through our documents and get back to you, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let me leave it at that.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Michael. My question is very straight. So we are looking at how these solutions can be replicated in, of course, our project states. I just heard you mention Nasarawa. What's your plan towards replicating this in the other states? And can you just talk more on what you're doing in Nasarawa?
Okay. So first I'll answer our plan, and that informed our applying even to this program in the first place. We were looking to expand into 20 states in the next 2 years, and Oyo and Benue happen to be states that are within that pipeline. Right, so knowing that those are the focus states for this program made it, something interesting for us to get into. In Nasarawa, we are focused more on vegetables and protein, right? It's a partnership with a mini-grid development, Power, and we deployed our solution integrated on that mini-grid to service the open market area and also adjoining communities 10, 15 minutes from Sabongida in Nasarawa State. For Oyo State, this program also opened our eyes to the need for this staple, OFSP, vitamin A cassava, to the need for cold storage in that value chain, in those value chains, and engaging the farmers, the farming clusters in Oyo State, Iseyin, Ido, actually validated that idea further. So yes, the plan is to, if we win the 4K, use that to further engage these communities and see how we can deploy there. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that. But very quickly, the next startup who would be gracing our stage would be Agice. Agice, please, over here. Keep the applause going. Keep the applause going. Thank you.
So good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Barakat Badmos from Agice. So Agice is a solar-powered refrigeration company. And we offer our innovations to food processors and farmers. They use it to mitigate their loss. So Nigeria is known to be the largest cassava producing country in the world, but yet we still record substantial amount of loss. 35% of the national harvest loss is being recorded in tubers, and 75% of this is recorded in the improved varieties, which were actually invented to increase the nutritional level of the produce. Furthermore, 60% is being recorded during the dry season, and this implies that even tubers requires cold storage to increase their lifespan. All of these increase to the reduction in the availability and affordability of nutrition products. So this is a solution that we are offering. It's a solar-powered mobile cooling tricycle. And this would help, was designed to move the product right from the farm, the harvest point, through the processing till it gets to the final consumer. This product is actually, will keep the product in the desired temperature till it's throughout the process, and also maintain the nutritional content, the physicochemical properties, as well as prevent it from exposing to contaminants during the logistic process. This is our operational structure. We are a manufacturing company. Our market potential, $231 billion, is being recorded as a total revenue for in food markets. And 20% of this requires cold chain. 5 to 10% of the total revenue is being used in the cold chain logistics. And the cold chain logistics has the potential of eating $3 to $4 billion in the coming years. This is our market segment. We are focused on agri-producers, food processors, and wholesalers. This is the product impact. So the product has the ability to maintain nutritional content. It makes you have confidence in your product at the end of the logistic process, and also prevent it from contaminants. It doesn't really stop there. It extends to reducing the operational cost, as well as reducing the emission of CO2. This is our traction. We have been in the market since 2019, but this particular product was introduced to the market in 2022, and in 2023 it started making money. This is our business model. The tricycle, it's being used in one of our clients, by one of our clients, and the service model cuts across the cooling as a service, lease to own, direct sales, as well as third-party logistics. The 4,000 naira grant would be, if we win it, would be used to set up a warehouse to foster our manufacturing process, and also to deepen into the newly founded market. This is our patent certificate, which gives us an edge over, it helps us protect our product. Okay. Thank you.
Hello, Barakat. Thank you
Hi,
very
Ma.
much for your presentation.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
2 quick questions. One, how many units of this product have you sold?
Okay, currently we have sold 2.
You have sold 2?
Yes, ma'am. And 2 are being used right now by food. One is being used by Food Concept right now. Another one is being used by Grocery at the moment. So the product is downstairs right now. So
where are you located?
We are located in Lagos, Hamuwodofin.
And you sold only 2?
We just started, ma.
You just started?
Yes, ma.
Oh, okay, all right.
We are still talking to other food processors, but the business model that we appreciate, like you want to go into more, is the third-party logistics, because we feel like it makes us to earn more than when we sell off directly. It's a one-time thing, we get our money back. But when we do third-party logistics, it helps us to have more revenue.
How much does it cost to produce 1 unit?
To produce 1 unit, we spend like 4 million plus.
4 million?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
The point on profitability, like I still have not heard it. Again, I saw her service model, and I see it as a service. I would wish that. Okay, go there. Let's see it.
The traction.
Okay, but this, because this is new, right? So this is broadly for your business. I also wanted to, it improves your ask. That if you then tell us with the introduction of this is what potentially improves your profitability. Yeah, I wish
we have something like that.
It makes the pitch a lot very attractive.
Okay.
Just think of it for the next time.
Thank you so much, sir.
So for me, I would like to understand the scalability of this business. So in your own time, you spoke about you don't want to sell it, you prefer to do logistics. So is it intercity logistics, or maybe from farm to... Can you explain about that?
Okay. Right now we are operating in Lagos, but we are looking at extending to other states, whereby we have our offices and manufacturing plants there, and we are able to use the cooling tricycle within the state.
So at the moment, who is your target customer?
Our targeted customers at the moment are food processors, as well as agribusiness owners.
For the rental service, how much do you charge for the rental?
For the rental service, we charge out 25,000 naira per day. So they can own it for the whole day. And with that, what we offer them is we offer them the cooling tricycle, we offer them the rider, and also we foil it and maintain it, so they can focus on their own production.
So as a company, what do you think is the problem of not able to scale this business?
Well, I think it's still the price, because most people, even though it helps them, when they move the product and we ask for the what, they give us millions, they tell us the what, and the goods worth millions. But then they still find it difficult paying that 25,000 naira per day. They would be like, okay, it is expensive, but it is not. It is not.
All right, thank you.
Okay, Eja Ice. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
I want you to go back to that part of your slide that speaks to what you intend to do with the prize money.
Okay. Here.
Okay, good. So I can see a very broad, unspecific word there.
Okay.
You say to deepen into new fund markets.
Yes.
What is the meaning of that?
Okay. During the market evaluation, we were exposed to vitamin A cassava farmers, and we understand that vitamin A cassava also needs to be stored at lower temperature. So we would need the fund to also go into the market and provide for their needs, make them understand how it can help them keep their products in the required state to reduce loss.
Okay. So just to ask one more question. So in this program, for example, are you open to deploying these solutions to some locations that we want you to?
Yes, we are open. We are open to doing that, sir.
Even outside of Lagos?
Yes, we are. The only thing...
And how many units do you think you have on ground?
On ground right now, we have 5 units.
So,
yes, we can produce more. We have... and our products are not... It is 80% locally sourced. We are the one who is producing it, and we do all the... The only thing we import are just few things. The cooling components. The solar panels, we source them locally. We buy them from the local markets. Every other thing are being sourced locally.
So I think you asked about scalability also. One thing that I want you to understand is, for us in particular, this is a very good innovation actually. And then we are actually interested in how this can help solve the problem of supply chain inefficiency we're experiencing right now. And of course, in my presentation today, I did mention that most of these farmers are in rural communities. The end users of what the solution should address are in rural communities. And then here you say 25,000 per day. And then these are people who are struggling. And I know it's because maybe the cost of production and everything is what is giving you that high price. What do you think is the right thing to do right now?
Okay, so right now I'm in contact with some of the head of cooperatives of the farmers where we went to in the Ibadan, Iseyin, and I think Oyo also. So we're in conversation with them, and they are happy to discuss our products because they are really happy about the product. They really love it. Imagine somebody that is trying to produce juice using OFSP. So they need the moisture content to be intact, and OFSP tends to get spoiled easily. And it's a very nutritious tuber. So we have discussed with them, and they are willing to come together as a body to either purchase it or to lease it. We also have financial bodies to support them.
Okay, thank you very much, Barakat.
Yes,
wish you the best.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. At some point, I thought I was watching Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. So in case you're a startup and you're being asked a question and you can't answer, you can do 50-50 or call a friend. All right? Adamu said so. I'm lying, no. Don't ask nobody. But well done. So the next person, or the next startup will be Mungin. They are 2, but they are 1. So don't be confused.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Somto Moma. I have my co-founder here with me, Tavi. We are Mungin, Agriculture and Climate Intelligence. Now, it's no surprise that the problems in agriculture are lots, from yearly deaths due to foodborne diseases to reduction in crop use because of changing climate patterns, and also crop post-harvest loss because of inefficiency in the supply chain system. And we tried to think about this problem, now what is the root cause and what is common amongst them. And we found a very interesting stat. We're ranked 117th by Global Innovation Index for our lack of data around things in the agricultural space or innovation as a whole. So we tried to tackle this problem using this approach. So we're addressing the challenges in food, safety, nutrition, supply chain efficiencies, and climate change. And how are we doing about this? We are providing tools we're developing tools to provide data and insights that would help improve some of the processes around these areas we're talking about. We're focusing on 3 main areas. Weather predictions and monitoring, so we're able to tell maize farmer or OFSP farmers when rain is going to fall, how long it will last for, and when will the next one come. And things around supply chain monitoring and management. For example, GAIN, with the SNPs progress, you want to do input distribution. With our geospatial platform, you can see where all the farmers are, drill that down to a local government area, so you're able to help them out. And also for your proximity processing, we're able to advise the processing plant what's the best place to put your next processing plants, rather. And then food safety intelligence, which is very key to us. We're able to give information about things about best practices, so how to apply NPK fertilizers, things around pests and diseases. So this is what our platform looks like. It's just an MVP. So the global agricultural analytics market is around $64 billion. If you drew that down to Nigeria, which is a target market, it's valued around 5.4 trillion, and that's where we plan to play in. So we traveled to Kaduna a few days ago to just do customer validation to understand what they're saying. To date, we've been able to sign up about 35,000 farmers, and then we discovered that if we build solutions for the cooperatives as opposed to individual farmers, we'll have a better reach, and also we have to infuse some form of low-tech solutions. So we have identified 2 ways to make money. The first way is through consultancy, where we carry out projects for research institutions or government agencies. And then the second way is through subscription models, where we have 3 different pricing ranges depending on the customer segment. So we did a revenue projection with our subscription model. So in our first year, if we have 300 customers in the Bata and 3 premium, we can make about $76,000. If we scale that up to year 5, where we increase those customer numbers, we can have about 1.6 million. So with this grant money, we plan to infuse, appropriate a portion of that for local language translations, improve our data gathering operations, and also expanded technologies for USSD. This is the amazing team building this product. Everyone else on the team either graduated from an agricultural university or had first-hand experience with farming and agriculture. So we believe we are well equipped to tackle this problem. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay, so let me start. so this is my field. This is what I know, right? This is my domain. So who is your customer? Who are you? Who is your main customer here?
So with this MVP that we put out, our main customers are investors, organizations like GAIN, NGOs, and other agricultural companies.
We are not targeting the farmers, the smaller farmers.
So for this particular MVP, not for the farmers, but we need their information to be able to do this.
So how much have you made from this model?
So it's an MVP. We're pre-money. So right now we're doing it in phases. The first phase is.
So why in this program do you have anybody sign up like a letter of intent? Why you're in this program?
In the customers that we have, we validated our experiences, solutions within Kaduna have indicated very significant interest, and also we have been able to sign up essentially farm cooperatives, mostly in Benue State and Nasarawa, some parts of Nasarawa and Taraba states.
Well, you should sign up. They're willing to pay.
Yeah, willing to pay, willing to essentially come on and use the technology.
And then those that have signed up is actually for. So when we spoke to one of them, they said, what you can help us with is rain information. Tell me when rain is going to fall next, how long it's going to last for, when is the next one coming. And then for those farmers, we're not going to present this. It's more of a USSD information in a local language that they can easily understand. And that's what they asked for about 2 cooperatives that we spoke to.
So this point you just made, I wanted to ask, what type of data are you gathering? Because you said now rain information. Broadly, can you share what kind of data are you gathering?
Okay, so everything from weather data to information about pests and diseases, information about farms, road networks, rail networks, markets, storage facilities. So
my question is, yes, I see your MVP, a portal where we can get intelligence and data about this. So the collection of the data, that in itself, especially across the remote areas where we have these farms around the country, that's some investment. So what's a strategy around data collection?
Raise enough money to collect it. Raise enough money to be able to deploy the technology to collect data. Our value proposition is data collection, data acquiring, because that's what powers the innovation. So it's not a cheap venture. We have to raise enough money to be able to collect it because people are going to pay for the data. It's a no-brainer.
Tie this to the fact that I'm seeing if you go to your revenue, you see that in the next 3 to 4 years, the kind of money they're looking at, I don't know.
Let me give you an assignment because I had the good fortune of investing in a business called AgroVerified. You can check on Google. It's a platform that has a database of over 400,000 farmers across Nigeria, and it's quite intense. So what I'd like you to go away with is to look at your business model. Who's going to pay for this service? And who's going to fund all your data activities? The infrastructure you need, the verification, it's a lot. So it will be good for you to also add that before we know how quickly you can start getting money. But you should do some more work on your business model. We also check an app called Tend. That one is on Google App Store. Check Tend. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I was just looking at what your solution will help do. And then, can you just, okay, good. And then these three things you have here are information these farmers can get for free without paying for them. And then looking at your subscription fees, I think the cheapest there is $150, which is about 150,000 naira. Oh, okay, just leave it on the average. 180,000 naira. And for me, you also said cooperatives. Yes, they can put money together. So how can you convince me as a member of that cooperative to pay for this when I can just go to Google, get NIMET prediction, can you convince me, please?
That's the farmer. That's the data man. I know the two. That's the data guy. This is the farmer.
Look, so in our interaction with farmers, and also personally farming.
I know. I said you are the farmer. I said
yeah. The question is that for example, weather data is readily available and anybody can Google. But you see, there are still significant losses because you plant today, it's the rainy season, the first rain has come, you go and till, then another rain comes, you go and plant. After 3 weeks, there's no rain. Essentially, when the climate change has brought about changing weather patterns, we're essentially getting the data to say, you know what, hold up for 3 weeks. After 3 weeks, rain is coming, or in fact, hold up for maybe a month, because the amount of rain that you'll have in a month will be so much that even if you plant maybe something like beans or something, too much rain is going to essentially spoil your crop. So these are not the kind of information you can find on Google or NIMET.
But, see, because of time,
yeah.
Let me just leave you guys with this. You guys are doing great. This is innovative. This is good. So I've been in this business in 2015. I'm from Kano and Benue, so I'm not sure if you know agriculture, you know how those two states are, right? Yeah. So what I would say is, like you rightly said, a lot of this information you're trying to give are available for free. In fact, just after this pitch, just use your phone, go to Mexico AgriFin. You find all this data for free. Whether you want full season data, real-time data for free, just one API is available, right? I think what you need to do in this, I asked you a very important question. Did you sign up GAIN while in this? Because the only way you can make money from this is in the program. So they need to pay for it, right? That's the only way you can make money. From research, IIT have done the agronomy, whatever, different data. Now farmers don't pay for data, right? So what we call maybe embedded services and all of that, right? So it's to look for platforms who will pay. So, but you need to innovate to get something much more important. The farmers will see as a value addition, then you can put this as a better finance. So that's what I was saying.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Monjin. I'm also currently working on a solution that predicts nothing. So let's call on Matem Engineering.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Aworum Chidera, co-founder of Matem Engineering, where we leverage clean energy to bridge the gap in the agricultural supply chain. A staggering amount of 110 trillion naira is what Nigeria's agricultural sector loses annually due to improper handling and improper cold chain infrastructure. And this leads to financial losses on the part of the farmers, as well as depreciation in the quality and quantity of food that gets to the plate of the final consumer. We have come together to bring these solutions to solve the problem, starting from our safe packing for quality control and handling, down to our logistics service that uses temperature-controlled mode to take the produces to our flagship solar-powered cold chain storage, where we have a 20 by 12 by 8 solar-powered walk-in cold storage that stores the produces. It has a wide temperature range, as well as remote monitoring, amongst other features, and it can store OFSPs for a period of 6 months in its premium value. The agricultural statistics for loss keeps increasing by the day, but that presents a good business opportunity for us because we get to make money while we change the world. And this brings me to our business model, which includes a logistics service charge, a direct sales, and also a pay-as-you-store model for 200 naira per crate. Our value proposition includes the fact that our product is locally built, hence creating jobs for the people on ground, increasing farmers' income, increasing nutritional value of food, and also creating jobs for people and our IoT infusion. Here is our traction so far, and we intend to do more in the coming years, even though we're in our early stage. Let's talk about impact now. The vitamin A deficiency is a public health issue, and our solution gives access to OFSPs all year round in its optimal quality to combat this hidden hunger, which causes malnutrition, hidden blindness, and even stunted growth in children under 5 and preschoolers, even infertility in women. Also on environment, we reduce our carbon footprints by using clean energy, and also the GHG emission caused from food waste is reduced. And on equity, for creating jobs for youths and reducing disparities. Here is our team, because an idea without people to execute it is not viable. And for the grants, we intend to use it to deploy mini cold storage at the farm in Ishain, where we went to do our survey, and also operational cost and sensitization of the farmers. Thank you very much for listening. Food produced is as important as food saved.
Hello. Thank you very much for your good presentation.
Thank you.
How many units of this have you deployed and where?
Okay, so far, we have deployed 1 unit of cold storage for a customer in Auchi. That was direct sales. And then we have converted a series of existing cold rooms to solar power to reduce their fuel consumption and also carbon footprint.
So you built one in Auchi?
Yes, ma'am.
And then you've had customers come to you to convert their in Auchi too?
In different parts, most especially in Lagos.
How many have you done?
We've done about 4.
You've done about 4?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Because we're an engineering company and we build these things from scratch. So we have the capacity to do that.
Okay, that's good. How much does it cost to convert one?
Conversion is about 5 to 6 million naira. But direct sales is about 50 million. That is why we also have our, for the 20 by 12 by 8. That's why we also have our pay-as-you-store model for smallholder farmers who can't afford it, where we deploy it at farm clusters or major markets so they can access this cold storage at a very minimal price.
Have you deployed in any market?
No, we haven't, but we intend to do that in the coming year, this year.
Okay, thank you.
Where? Market size?
No. How much have you sold? Your revenue?
Okay, I did not put that there, but this is our traction so far. I wrote it.
No. We see what we want to see. You've done research, you've built a team, you've leased the yard. How much have you spent? How much have you earned? How much profit have you made? When we give you this, if you, let me not say when, if you win the 4,000, what are you going to do with it?
Okay, I cannot give you those numbers now, but this is what we intend to do with the $4,000. Like I said, immediate deployment of a mini cold storage at an OFSP farm cluster in Oyo.
Let me add to, well done. So, and it's really not to you, it's really to everyone. One of the things that we must do very well is really do a financial modeling. Not you or any of you here doing it yourself, but just you can engage someone if you don't have that competence in house. Because when I see some of the things you're all trying to do, in my head, the accountant in me is already projecting, and I'm just wondering how soon can we make this money, right? So I think, that's something that we really need to do, because some of the, these are quite very ambitious, which is possible, but just to get a sense of, for example, break even, what does it mean for all of you in terms of when you become profitable? At the end of the day, there should be something in it for all of you. Right.
Yes, sir. If we use our pay-as-you-store model, we can break even in about 4 years, because a standard cold storage can contain about 600 crates, and at the charge of 200 naira, 200 times 600 per day. So that's basically the math to it.
And I also think in terms of your marketing strategy, because I heard you say for farmers, do you think you would find farmers that can afford your 15 million? I don't know. they are, but I'm just thinking, shouldn't the strategy be maybe the farms or pitching to local governments?
I mentioned it.
I mean, the markets rather. No,
That's
I'm saying your
yes.
marketing strategy should be tailored towards that, you know.
That is the pay as a store model. Or I don't really understand what you mean.
No, I'm just looking at an ideal customer, and not just an ideal customer, a target customer, such that, you know, we are quite certain that you will get a lot of people wanting you to deploy.
Okay.
Who should it be for
Can
you?
I show you this?
Mm.
So here it says, for the smallholder farmers, the people that cannot afford to deploy 50 million naira outright, we have the solution for them to deploy it, but we haven't, like I mentioned, we haven't started the pay as you store model yet. So that's what we intend to start this year. And the large scale farmers and the food processors can afford the direct sale of the units, the cold storage units. And for retailers, okay, that's the logistic, that's not the what you were asking me about.
Just to understand, in the course of this program, you visited some location, I understand, right?
Yes, sir.
So what did you see as a problem that you want to solve for the program?
Okay, firstly, the farmers there mentioned they don't really harvest the OFSPs because of it has a very short shelf life. And this solution is going to extend that shelf life and make it available all year round. And it's also a seasonal crop. So when it's not available, when it's not in season, this solution has it available when it needs to be. And also it's not very popular due to this reason. So this also bridges that gap.
So if you want to deploy this solution to those clusters, how much will it cost you?
I can do a mini one for them. We intend to do a mini one for them with our prize money when we win it.
Martin.
Thank you very much.
Sorry. You know, I'm just cracking my head. Your solution, you have narrowed it down to a particular value chain, maybe because of this project. And then you said OFSP is not is not available all year round. The farmer in me has started calculating, just like you said, the accountant in him. Are you telling me that after harvesting, I should be ready to be spending 200 naira per day per crate to just store that thing for about 6 months?
Well, we don't intend to store it for the whole 6 months. It's just enough time before the off-takers come to get it. Okay. And we also have, I don't know if you saw it here, we intend to explore transformation storage for the ones that when it gets to the end of their shelf life and not yet consumed, we process it into purees to sell to processors and off-takers that would need it to, so it doesn't go to waste and add into the landmass of food waste.
Then the final thing here is you also said what you want to do with the prize money. Is it as a result of your visit to Ishane that you changed what you want to do with the prize money?
Yes, it influenced it because it seems that our solution was like a long-awaited need. When we interacted with the farmers, they were wowed by it, and it was very easy for them to use also. So we feel like this is the right course for the prize money.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Please keep the applause going. I mean, it's not easy. It's not. So CoveWorks, you're next.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chukwudalu James Ofondo, co-founder and CEO at CoveWorks Technologies. We are aiming to revolutionize agro-processing in Nigeria. I believe we all know this staple food and we all consume it. So we have a vitamin A deficiency issue in sub-Saharan Africa. 6% of deaths in the children under the age of 5 is associated with vitamin A deficiency, which could be abated if they have access to more vitamin A nutritious staple like the vitamin A cassava. Now there's a problem in the supply chain. There's poor logistics network. The process of peeling the cassava tubers is quite daunting, and it takes a lot of time and contamination is very possible because it's done manually. So what have we done to curb this problem? We developed a mobile and automated cassava peeling and washing machine. It's made of stainless grade, food body material, stainless steel, AISI 304 to ensure food safety. And over 80% of it is made of locally sourced materials. So this is how it works. And what is the deal? We sell this product at 800,000 naira for one. It does over 4 tons of washing and peeling in a day. That is 8 working hours. And we make use of electrically powered sources. So you can use green energy sources to power this up. So this product will help reduce cyanide content in cassava. It is easily adaptable to mini-grid power solutions, and it helps to curb the effects of GHG, which is associated with post-harvest losses. Now, you wouldn't want a truckload of cassava turned into that. So with this machine, farmers and aggregators will have access to process more of these tubers and prevent them from being lost. Now, this is the total available market of 16.8 trillion globally, but we are looking at just 1.5% of the produce in Nigeria. That amounts to over 45.63 billion naira. Now, this is our business model. We hope to sell to farmers, clusters of farmers. We're also offering a 6.25% discount to farmers who have up to 25% cultivation of vitamin A cassava. And we are also looking at launching rentals, which the farmers who couldn't afford it can rent the product. Now, this is our traction. So far, we have one paying customer. We're looking at a partnership with the River State government to establish some milling plants in some localities. And we also have an aggregator who we are speaking with currently at Ebonyi State. So we did our customer validation at the Shein and Ido, and the farmers were going to pay 750,000, so that's a 50,000 naira discount. They agreed to work together, and also they were willing to do marketing on a commission basis. So we had a good arrangement with them. So this a competitive advantage. Sorry, approach food safety. It is efficient. It is adaptable to sustainable mini-grid solutions, and it helps to curb the issues of greenhouse gas emissions due to post-harvest losses. So this is our great team. We have the former managing director of Ajokuta Data Steel Company, and also a chairman of the board of Baking Energy as our chief advisory board, professor, in the person of Professor P.N. Atamo. So he's advising us on this. So we hope to use these products. We hope to use the grants to ensure that farmers have access to this technology, process more of these products, ensure that the issues about food security and food safety are curbed, and also to curb the issues around greenhouse gases, which are related to post-harvest losses. And lastly, ensure overall stabilization of the economy in Nigeria. So we thank you very much for listening, and we hope that you will hop in to ensure that we launch this solution out there and make sure that the issues around food safety, food security are covered. Thank you very much.
Well done, Mr. Alfonso. You've been doing this. You've been speaking since a long time, right? Not today.
I was at University of Bolton, Rasakema, Dubai, 2019, where I had a competition, Speak Out for Engineering, organized by the Institution of Mechanical Engineers, UK. So I was the national winner at Bayesa Aridov Hotel and SPA, and we went to compete.
Okay. I wanted to, yes, we'll be done. I wanted to ask you about what your discussion with the River State government is. You say you are discussing with them, so where are you on that?
Okay, so they came to us, they wanted to establish a milling plant in some localities where they are rich in cassava production. So we gave them the quote, and we are still expecting the deal to actually happen. So we're waiting for their feedback regarding that. So we send out the quote, and we are expecting their replies. Yeah.
Sorry, hello. So how many of these units do you have right now? Have you produced?
Okay, so we make them mostly on contract basis because different customers have different capacities they're looking at. So for the model on the on the presentation slide, that one does 500 kg in an hour, 4 tons in a day. So you might want that of 4 tons in an hour. You might want one of 1 ton.
Hold on. So far, how many have you sold of every?
Yeah, I made mention that we have one paying customer at the moment, and we're looking forward to other customers. So just like we went to, yeah,
you sold only one.
For now.
No, that's what, how many do you have produced and how many have you sold? Because you produce for, you customize, that way.
Yeah.
So how many do you have for the pay? Just one, right? Yeah. And that one, is it located in the program, within the program location, or where is it located?
No, it's in Abia State. We had issues with around logistics, so the company didn't bring it up at the time we did the validation. So we had issues with that.
Okay.
So, but the farmers love the technologies because it was a daunting task to sit down for just 4 hours peeling just few
person
tubers.
paying you now, is it the farmer that paying you or who is paying you? The one customer.
Yeah, when you look at our business model, we are selling to clusters of farmers and also aggregators. So people who are into gari processing, flour processing, and also clusters of farmers who would also want to own their own process, because we want farmers to have much. If they have access to these technologies, they can also be able to produce more. That is, get more financial value from their produce because they can process. So just like Mr. Godwin was saying during his presentation, proximate processing. So if the farmers have access to these technologies right on the farm where they do the peeling, you find out they can get more value from it. They can process more, they can sell more, they have more. So that is.
So this technology or this innovation, to me, is just like a washing machine that has a dryer. You wash and dry, right? So this one peels and washes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you talked about renting. Have you figured out how much it will cost to rent for farmers who cannot afford ownership?
Yeah, during the customer validation phase, we discussed with the clusters of farmers, and they agreed they can pay up to 80,000 naira per month. So in 12 months, we'll be able to cover up and they own the machine.
Okay. And then you've been doing this for how long? You just have one customer?
Yeah, we actually just graduated, so we were doing this while in school. So that is why. So, but now we're done with education, we can launch more.
So this is the time to put more energy to capture the market.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. And then with the prize money, can you go back there, please? Where you have what you want to do with the prize money. Farmers and aggregators get more access to cassava peeling and washing technology. How?
So what I mean by that is, when we get these grants, just like we just talked about the renting services now. So we want to make one of these products and then give it out to these farmers to start using. So based on the rental services. So by that way, they have more access. So they want to produce more and give them more.
That's fine. I think.
Hello. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Just pretend you haven't seen me all this while, because I'm trying to wake everybody up. I can see we're beginning to decline, and that's normal. It's okay. It's all right. I appreciate your resilience, and I'm going to tell you something about resilience just to wake everybody up, because we're halftime and we have 4 more amazing startups to pitch. Let me take you back to 1994. Yes, I'm waking you guys up. 1994. No. I think I was in SS 1, 2 or so. Yeah. So you can have an idea of the old man speaking to you, in quote. So let me bring this chair out so I can describe a few things for you. I wasn't paid for this, but I'll just do it. So we had this classmate named Kizito. he cheats in every exam, no matter how strict the invigilation is. He had that gift. He had that resilience. He had that resilience, believe me. In fact, the most accurate, resilient character that he had was when he wrote answers on the fan of the classroom. And when the invigilator noticed, the invigilator put on the fan, and because of the resilience of Kizito, he was rolling with the fan and writing. And I don't know why fans have these Calabar names. All those fans that keep saying wham, wham, wham when they're going around. And when the invigilator noticed he was still stealing answers, he increased the speed of the fan, and still the resilience of Kizito got his neck spinning with the fan and still writing. So I appreciate your resilience. Please put your hands together for yourselves. I really need your attention now, because we would be playing the video around the program, which speaks to everything that we have worked on from the beginning up until, I would say, about this moment. So it's important that your attention is top-notch, so that all that we have done, can be seen and viewed in a couple of minutes. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember resilience, but don't look up, just look at the screen, okay? That was Kizito. This is you in 2024. So I'll wait for Ada to get the video up, and we watch it all together. Thank you.
Challenge, an innovation challenge that essentially speaks to finding digital and hardware solutions for the food supply chain challenges we face as a country in Nigeria. As technical partners, what we did was to pipeline for the program, in the sense that we found some of the best minds in the agri-tech space, where we selected through a very objective and inclusive process, yet very thorough, finding about 40 startups to participate in the program, and we ran them through a pitch readiness bootcamp. And that same number went through a technical assistance session, where we upskilled them to better sharpen their pitch skills, their entrepreneurial skills, and their ability to deliver on their various products and solutions out there. And afterwards, we also went through a very thorough selection process to select the 10 finalists, who we moved on to the product testing and customer validation process of the program. And that was really very exciting and exceptional for us, because we could see in real time and in real sense how their solutions, speak to most of these food supply chain challenges experienced by farmers and other stakeholders within the agricultural value chain.
Ghana is a commodity marketplace that helps the farmer sell their farm produce seamlessly, taking care of logistics and other things involved in the supply chain, to providing those services for the customer.
A new customer segment has been presented to us. We've seen the importance of middlemen in value additions into the agricultural ecosystem, and we kind of didn't build for them before, but over the last 3 days we've kind of seen their importance, and we're going to be building solutions that help them manage their operations also.
We got excitement, and we got the fact that our solution is going to allow food safety to be properly, strictly adhered to on the agricultural value chain. Now they can communicate their identity, and they can also have a social inclusion, something that shows that they have certain cultivating values that is climate resilient, that is sustainable, and that is good for the health. So most farmers feel like this solution should be everywhere already, and we should have thousands of people adapting it, both from the production side of the value chain, that is the farmers by themselves in their different clusters, and also by the off-takers.
You can pick it from the store and sell it. They loved it, I would say, because we have pre and post payment options, so they can bring in their product, their OFSB, for free, and only pay when their going to sell into the market. So we charge 50% of the profit they are going to make, considering the price when they were storing.
àwa náà máa jẹ nǹkan tútù afẹ́ kó tóbi ètò ẹ̀bẹ́ tẹ ètò ẹ̀fẹ́ gbé wá afẹ́ kó tóbi dáadáa ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tẹ́ ẹ bá gbé wá látò mọ iye price tá a rà.
So
5 kg.
Yes.
Òun lẹ́yìn fi 250.
Là ń fi 250 naira store lóòjọ́.
Ó ti pọ̀ jù. Fún àwa níbí o. Fún ẹ̀rọ àwọn mẹ́rin táwọn wà yìí ó ti pọ̀ jù. Ẹ hàn pé kò lẹ́sẹ̀ yẹn. Like 250 yẹn lọ́dọ̀ wa ń bì bàbá ṣe owó lónìí a lè san bí 150 naira.
Okay.
250 yẹn ti pọ̀ jù.
Okay. Àti gbọ́ yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀.
What we're trying to do with this program is to select some of the best minds in the agri-tech space, especially driven by young entrepreneurs, to create solutions that will, at the end of the day, help us continue to consume very healthy foods. As the program has a hashtag of healthy nutrition for all, I would hope that someday we would have one of our entrepreneurs or two or even more come up with a solution that will help with the food security challenges we have in the country. The data is grim, and we know that we lose over 4 to 5 trillion naira. Research has shown to post-harvest loss. I think in the last edition of the Global Food Security Index, Nigeria ranks about 107th out of countries that are facing food security crisis. So with solutions like this, we strongly believe that in partnering with an organization like the Global Alliance for Improved Nutrition, we would be able to save Nigeria and ensure that there's healthy nutrition for all.
No. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, since I've woken you up a bit, let's continue with the pitch. So the next person, or the next startup, coming on stage is Zunong. Please, a round of applause for Zunong.
My name is Andrew Mashupo Samaila. I'm the founder and CEO of Zunong Nigerian Limited. Okay, the problem. Most recently, the UNFAO, UNICEF, World Health Organization, and USAID have reported about one or more of the following public health issues in Nigeria. First is vitamin A deficiency, which affects mostly children and rural communities. Secondly, we have over 50% OFSP post-harvest losses. And lastly, as sprouted OFSP are toxic to human system. Our solution is a sustainable OFSP cold storage, including the use of sprout inhibitors. This extends the shelf life of OFSP by up to a year. The deal. Our solution is sustainable, unique, and solar-powered OFSP cold storage, including the use of sprout inhibitors. It costs about 5 million per unit with a storage capacity of 10 tons. And it is for farming communities and urban markets. Our value proposition. Our storage unit is sustainable and unique, and we use sprout inhibitors. It is affordable, energy and resource efficient. Our market size. Our total available market is 38 million smallholder farmers in Nigeria. Our serviceable available market is 10 million smallholder farmers in Nigeria. And our serviceable obtainable market is 10,000 smallholder farmers. Our customer validation. Our assumption was that farmers would be really interested in our lease, pay-as-you-go, lease-to-own payment option, and the feedback we got was that they were really interested in our flexible payment option. Our next step will be to set up cold storage facility across these farming communities and urban market. Our nutritional and food safety. Our client repeat order is cold storage leasing to own. And our food safety is the use of sprout inhibitors to prevent toxicity related to OFSP sprouting. And our core value is equal access to OFSP by farming communities and the market they serve. Our financial projection. Our business model is pay as you go, lease to own. paid us at 50% of the profit realized per usage, which is usually greater than 5,000 per 100 kg. We look forward to breaking even in 4 years, and afterward we are going to get returns in investment. Thank you. This is my team. Okay, sorry, my team, myself, this founder and CEO, and my team member, Egoli Okozi. Thank you.
Andrew. Thank you very much, Zunong. That's very interesting. I didn't see what you want to do with the grants in your presentation first.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I forgot to put that in. The grant is equivalent to the amount that we need to set up a cold storage facility, which is 5 million naira.
Have you set up this storage facility anywhere before?
No.
Okay, it's something you're even trying to conceive.
No.
You don't have a customer. You've not done anything before.
Yes.
Okay, it's just an idea. Okay, and that is going to make me keep quiet for a while.
No, but sorry, you can ask technical questions.
Yes, let me go straight to the technical questions. 2 things I want to know. You say you have sprout inhibitors. How do this work? Or how do you hope this will work?
Okay, we have 2 options for the sprout inhibitors. The first is the one you spray, which is the chlorpropam. And we have ethylene gas absorber. What makes potatoes to sprout is mostly the accumulation of the ethylene gas. So once you have that, it looks like that sachet that you mostly get silica gel also. Yeah, so that's how it is. It absorbs the gas that makes the OFSP to sprout. That's the sustainable option. And you can also use the chloroform, but I'm not sure of the efficacy of each and every one of them. Yes, of the efficacy. The difference, this is a sustainable one, the ethylene absorber. That's the sustainable option. But the chloroform, you're going to be spraying it on the OFSP.
Sprayed on the OFSP. So
yes.
What implication does that have on the OFSP in terms of food safety?
Yeah. What I'm considering is that the fact that it's being approved by well-known food safety organizations.
So I think you need to do a detailed study on that because these are chemical substances.
But there are a lot of options. There are more options of the. I'm not the producer of the sprout inhibitors. There are a lot of.
It's okay. It's all right. Thank you very much.
So the next startup coming on stage would be Go Nana. Please a round of applause for Go Nana.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Let me act like Messi. This place is not catching up. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you. So my name is Steven Sunday. I work for Go Nana. Go Nana is a commodity marketplace that intends to connect commodity traders like farmers who need access to market. And there is a very huge problem of food waste, and this happens usually because there is no access to market and other bad farming practices. Now, the solution Go Nana is trying to present to you today, or rather the solution we've rolled out, is a digital marketplace to connect these farmers to customers and people who need this farm produce. We have fully integrated logistics and supply chain services. We also have visibility for this farm produce. And of course, what is the aim of GAIN if the produce that these farmers produce don't eventually get consumed? Then it's a bad business practice or bad business for GAIN. So we provide this access to market via our marketplace. So we launched Go Nana in December, and going to validate our product as 2 weeks ago in Kaduna. was really very exciting for us as a team. Why? Because, okay, so you saw the video where the other lady was very excited. That's one of the association leaders or cooperative leaders who was very excited because she told us practically, so this is user feedback, she told us practically that she has over 100 women in her cluster, and this is a solution that has come handy for them because she helps them to keep having a warehouse and all of that. So we were able to, so this is the picture of everything I was just trying to say. And these are 3 of the clusters that we onboarded. Our traction, we will, sorry, working. Okay, our traction, we were able to partner with Plateau State government, which gave us access to over 4,600 commodity traders who are basically farmers. And then we also have a partnership with DHL and GIG affiliates called Ship Bubble, and also with Microfinance Bank and a VC firm. The market size, we are trying to be part of the 22% GDP that is contributed to Nigeria annually. Our business model, we charge a 2.5% on every successful transaction that happens on Gonana, and we also run priority ads for our customers. So in the next 6 months, we intend to have 5,000 active users on Gonana, and our projection in the next 5 years, we intend to hit a net profit revenue of about $400,000. And our ask for this, so when you give us the check eventually at the end of this, we are going to use 40% of the grant in maintenance, 50% in marketing, and 10% in administration. And, sorry, this is still working. This is the team, myself, and the other team members. And thank you very much for listening.
Sorry, before you start. Go ahead. Thank you very much for that presentation. I was listening to you, and then I was wondering what your solution is doing.
Okay, so like I said,
just explain it. Let me understand.
It's a marketplace that connects these farmers, the farmers that you're working with. We connect them to customers and other processors within the supply chain. Sorry, within the supply chain, and then we also link. What am I doing? Within the supply chain flow, right? So we link them to processors, to off-takers, to aggregators, and all that, just within Gonana. So it's an open marketplace, just like you have for instance, in Plateau State, you have the Ferengada market where all these guys come. So instead of taking their products there, we provide them logistics, we provide them the visibility. All they need to do is just to set up these stores on Gonana. If you look at this slide. So if you look at this slide, this is the marketplace. I was just trying to explain to them how the stores are set up. And so these provide them visibility after the setup. Once there is an order on Gonana, the supply chain picks up the order. The logistics company picks up the order. So for instance, like I said, we are partners, provide us those high-profile guys in the supply chain ecosystem, right? And so this is just what we do, basically.
Now I understand.
Okay, thank you.
So how much do you charge these farmers?
2.5% of every successful transaction on Gonana. So for instance, a farmer does a business or carries out a sale of maybe 10,000 naira. So we charge 2.5% from the farmer's side, whereas the customer takes care of the logistics and all of that. So just like you have on Jumia.
So it's clearer to me now.
Yeah.
Okay, so good. I'm sure you must have heard about Zoasal, except you've not done your research.
Yes, I
So
have.
we are the biggest marketplace on the continent when it comes to cash crop and grains, right?
Yes, yes.
So we operate in Kenya, Tanzania, Nigeria, and also tested in the US, in other markets, right?
Yes, yes.
So as of today, this is our core business when it comes to marketplace. So my advice for you is that you need to go and learn what we call maybe Cash 52 or chicken and the egg.
Sorry,
right?
okay.
Cash 52 or chicken and the egg, right? You make mention of one side of the marketplace. Now, the source of the marketplace is also to get the people buying the commodity.
Buying the commodity.
So that's one you need to work on. The two
Okay,
things
so
you need to
I
also...
said, like I
No,
said...
just a second, a
Okay.
second. Just feedback. So this is a business I know very well, right? So
Okay,
another
yes.
thing also you need to also understand is that nobody has scaled this business working with farmers.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Around not just Nigeria,
Yes,
globally.
yes, absolutely.
The biggest ad company in the world, in the US, called Indigo, didn't succeed with farmers, right?
Okay.
So everybody has scaled this business working with third party, right? So you
Yes.
need to look at that because the volume you get from these farmers cannot
sustain.
Yeah, the cost of logistics alone cannot move that commodity from those remote areas to the farmer. So that's what I'll tell you. It's something that is needed in the ecosystem, except if you want to do B2C.
Okay.
Which means you want to focus maybe within the program to be able to move commodity from within the farming community to maybe the nearest community.
Yes.
But if you want to do big time, going out to maybe big off-takers and all of that, then you need volume. It's a business of volume. It's not a business. So I say you want to do B2C, then I think you focus more on maybe on perishables or those stuff that you can easily sell within the community. That would be an easy win.
Yes. So okay. So can I just say
Yeah.
something to that? Okay. So if you download Gonana right now, you'd notice that we're actually focused basically right now on B2C, which has helped us to scale a bit, because our pilot state is Plateau State, and so we use that to be able to test the model first of all in Plateau State, and that was where the partnership thing came with the government, because
So how much have you made for in sales?
Okay, so like I told you, we just started in December, and we had like about what we did just within December was like 2.5 million. We just from when we launched to when we went for market testing. So.
Good day, everyone. I am Anand Shito, the founder of Farm Artigo. 45% deaths of under 5 children suffers from malnutrition, and Nigeria is ranked among the top countries that this affect. Coming from Oyo State, Bodija market, 70% of market women do not sell orange with potato, but they really want to sell it, but they can't due to the low shelf life and even the perishable quality. To solve this problem at Farm Artigo, we developed Saloko Chiller, which combines traditional cooling fillers, solar, and low power electronics. Our chiller is different from the regular chillers because of its cost effectiveness, the sprout and nutrient loss inhibitor, the affordability, and even the moisture absorbent quality it has. We understand that conservation practice is very important, and we also understand that natural we also understand that sustainable practices is very important, and that is why during our customer validation in Oyo State, while I was talking to the farmer, we use charcoal, which is a very good sprout inhibitor, but to make sure that sustainability practices is equally taken into action, we have alternative fillers that are also very good alternatives, which are the water-absorbing crystals plus the sprout inhibitor compound, and also charcoal that can be made from coconut shell. In Oyo State, we have obtainable market size of 1.16 trillion naira, which comprises our market segment of farmers, market traders, processors, and yes, restaurateurs. We are generating our model via 2 models: the walk-in cooling room that has 5,000 kg capacity that will be charged at 2,000 naira weekly, and the sales of our display chiller, which is charged at 5,000 naira. In the next 3 years, we project to have able to sell 350 units of our display chillers, and to be able to replicate our working coolroom in 11 communities across Southwest. We have an impact of the climatic impact that reduces CO2 emissions, and also the food safety impact that ensures that nutritional enzymes in OFSP is well safeguarded. I have an amazing team of myself. I am an agribusiness marketing specialist, plus the head engineer, and also the head of operations. We understand that this 4K euros would be very important for us to be able to scale our product, replicate it, and this is going to be one of the chillers that is used, cost-effective, and very important. Food safety, food nutrition, and consumers' health works together, and we are excited that our solution will allow the increase in sales of OFSP and also the increase in production of OFSP by farmers. Thank you so much.
How many units of this product have you sold?
So we have just one prototype that we used ourselves. We were able to use it to sell OFSP actually because it was birthed out of need. And when we were able to do that, we are so glad we did customer validation around our side in Oyo State. But even during the customer validation last week, we also did that. That was showed when demand was like, he wants it to be a bigger size. You would really prefer a bigger size.
Okay, so when did you develop this?
That was last year. It was a dire need because Farmatego is also a marketing company. So we sell potatoes, we sell OFSP, we sell and veggies too. We realized that a normal chiller is too cost-effective for us. And, you know, I was so charged to point like, oh, I need to do something that is also cheaper. So I made search around it. That was why I used charcoal. But when I realized that conservation practice is also important, I realized that there are alternative fillers that needs to be used for it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
So for me, I was wondering if the one you have is deployed within the cluster, since they have locations in Oyo State.
Oh, yes. We haven't done the working cooling room. That prototype was needed for that validation. I intentionally made it take time so that I would ensure that it works before we actually do the working cooling room. But the fact that the small was working, it really assured us that we can do the working cooling room that's going to be way cheaper than the actual cooling rooms in Nigeria.
Okay, so how much does it cost you to produce, and how do you intend to?
The cost of So the cost of producing one chiller is an average of 45,000 naira to 47,500 naira. We want to sell it on 5,000 naira, but we want to bring it down depending on how we are able to fund our production capacity. But for the working cooling, we have already calculated it and realized that it should not be more than 550,000 to 600,000. And from our profit revenue for working cooling, with 2,000 naira per week, we are seeing the profit of a revenue of 1.2 million naira. So in the first year, we are hoping that we are going to sell 100 units of our chillers. And we believe that we'll make profit in the first year because from the sales of the first 20 or 30, we'll make profits to make more chillers. Thank you so much.
So our last pitch for the day is Superfarm. Sorry, I think I pronounced that wrongly. Please, a round of applause for her, please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ifeoluwa Olatayo, and I'm the founder of Superfarm Market Limited, Nigeria. According to World Health Organization, foodborne illnesses has a case of over 600 million that are recorded every year in Africa, leading to over 420,000 deaths. Unfortunately, on the agri-food supply chain in Nigeria, food safety has remained a hidden middle. We are solving this problem by allowing our food to talk. By simply using a QR code that can be placed on crates, grain bags, or food labels, We allow all value chain actors to be able to scan and see all the information about the food, how the food was grown, when the food was grown, by whom the food was grown, and for how long it had traveled. We control the supply chain by working directly with our farmers, giving them all the input, and then collecting the output at the end of the cycle. So whenever we go to a farmer to collect OFSP or vitamin A maize, we collect the produce and also collect the information of how the farmer has cultivated it over time. We get this information, put it in a QR code, while also running food safety tests on the produce we're collecting, such as nitrate level, pesticide residue, aflatoxin test, put the result in the information, then carry this QR code on the produce and deliver it to our customers. Our customers are retailers, restaurants, and food manufacturers. We are growing at 52% year on year, with a gross profit of over 56.9% and a net of 10.4%. So far, we've been able to connect over 15,000 tons of food to market, while also enhancing transparency and traceability for food safety for the final consumer, amongst other impacts of increasing farmers' profit by 32%. My experience comes from the place, my competence comes from the place of experience. I've been on the agricultural value chain for the past 12 years, started my first business, Super Kitchen & Co., which is a restaurant, and then experienced firsthand the zero data-driven supply chain in Nigeria that made me to found Super Farmer Market as a second company together with these amazing team members, solving the problem real-time on the agricultural supply chain. We are hoping that should we be selected as one of the 4 winners today, the grant would be used to enable us to pilot our Internet of Things, so that instead of getting information loaded by us, which could be doctored, it would be automatically recorded on the farm, while also using an NFC that could be replacement for the QR code to make it tamper-proof. Also, and most importantly, we believe that the exchange program will be very valuable to us because we'll be able to learn and collaborate with international institutions, especially in Europe, concerning the research that we are working on. So we are right now building a metallic nanonoid as a sticker that can be placed on food to tell the customer if the food is safe to eat or it is already going bad and not safe to eat. We hope that the future of food, it is transparency, it is traceability, and that you're able to join us on this journey. Be our Ondobisi. Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
So, data integrity, how can we always trust that whatever we scan, is there anything you're doing around that?
Exactly the reason we are on this challenge, because we hope that the prize funds will help us to be able to automate how informations are gathered through Internet of Things and artificial intelligence, and also on the blockchain immutable model, we're able to transfer it through NFC. So the NFC also makes it, just like I've placed it on the table, make it immutable, tamper-proof, so that we just scan it, check it, and then you are seeing the information. Nobody touches anything. It's automatically gathered.
And are you sure there are these blockchain solutions currently available that is affordable within this?
Yes, so we have a roadmap of doing that in 2025, not necessarily immediately, but what we are doing right away is that Internet of Things. We want to deploy it first quarter of 2024 to be able to gather information and then be able to make it very, very reliable. Reliable information is even more important for food safety.
Who do you think wants to, who are your target customers? Who are the people who you think will really value this to pay?
Yes, so right now we have achieved product market fit, because so what we do is we actually sell produce, but whenever we sell to, for example, food manufacturers, they always pay us extra 5% of whatever produce we are giving to them. If we are selling them OFSP of 85,000, they'll pay extra 4,200 naira for the information. Why? Because regulatory compliance is important. If NAFDAC says Jack, they're able to produce, this is the supplier, this is how they've planted. In fact, these are the results of the food safety tests required regulatorily. So this, for them, it's like an accolade to the fact that even customers can say their food is traceable, they can make faster buying decision if they are able to see that, we know where this is coming from and it is a product we can rely on. So that's why we are working, it's a B2B2C model, where businesses that really care about the information are the ones we are giving to. For the retailers, we work with middlemen. So I can cite an example. There's Mr. Aziz that we always supply at Bodija Market. Mr. Aziz typically would just collect produce and sell to Mommy Tolu, Mommy Tawa, and the likes of them. But by the time he started seeing that there's a particular man called Mr. Damola, each time we get produce from this man, it always lasts longer for him. It's always good. So anytime he comes to you, I say, please, so when you are bringing that is from Damola that you should get it from. So it also brings credibility down to the farmers, where they can actually be conscious of what they are putting in the soil for us customers to eat, and that control the safety on the supply chain.
Well done. Just a final point on climate impact. Tell me a specific climate impact that we can achieve with this.
Thank you very much. So part of what we communicate, if you actually scan the QR code and you see the sustainable practices that these farmers have actually carried out. It's actually helped them to even be able to, we can sometimes contribute money to what they are doing because we are encouraged by that sustainability. They're also able to even have carbon credit. By the time carbon credit becomes very active in Africa, it's one of the ways for them to automatically have the record, to be able to say, oh, farmers are getting something, and it encourages more farmers to be resilient.
Just take you a little bit back. Sorry, I'm a little bit confused about the business model. Can you?
Yes, so essentially we work with the farmers. We give them seeds like Oba Super 6, that OFS, vitamin A cassava, vitamin A maize seeds. We give them OFSP vines, and then we help them with agronomic support throughout that cultivation. So it's like an outgrower scheme that we have with farmers. That way we're able to control the quality. Then during harvest, before harvest, they share the harvest calendar with us. During harvest, we go to them. Sometimes we work with independent extension service workers in that area that also go to them. So when they are collecting produce from the farmers, we are also collecting the information of how they have grown it. Then when we bring it to our pack houses, we do food safety tests and analysis before taking it and giving it to our customers. So we are selling the produce to our customers.
So if I mean you are really the full value chain, you do production and you do marketing.
Exactly.
So
we do production, farmers do production on our behalf, and then we do the marketing. So first thing first, we create access market to farmers. In 2020, when we started with as an access to market company. But we knew that there were other things like information that could be sold, agronomic support that could be sold. Then we started incorporating transparency.
So how do you make money?
We make money by selling the produce to the farmers and also selling the information. So if you check most of our invoices, you'll see us that maybe we've supplied OFSP to a retailer. Then you also see a technology fee of 5% of the total amount. Those are for the people that opt that they need that information to be delivered with the produce to them. So we make money from the margin.
And you have customers who are paying for?
Yes, we have existing customers. We are making revenue. Our revenue for last year was over 12.9 million naira. We sell different produce and vegetables.
So it's fruit and vegetables.
Fruit and vegetables, and OFSP. And also grains. We are also very big on maize. We give them Obaspasi, Spironia, all those seeds, give them fertilizers and collect.
Yeah, please a round of applause for Superfam. Please just keep the applause going. Thank you. Some of that was for me. So we would spend the next 30 minutes waiting for the judges to put scores together. But I want to understand and appreciate that our key word for today, which is resilience, is still on point, yes? Yes, so no one is sleeping, no one is slouching. Or shall I tell you another story? Let me go back. Shall I tell you another story? Okay, it's about resilience and it will inspire you, honestly. Let me take you back to 2007. It was an interview. It was very tough. I got the job. It was time for medicals. But then, when you want to do medicals, they tell you to bring samples of some certain things. Your blood sample is being taken care of, your urine, and your number 2. All right? So the problem I had was with the number 2. I couldn't give them the number 2 because I didn't feel like doing number 2. So it was very tough. And I asked myself, how can I go through a test process, an interview process, and then number 2 becomes a problem for me to get the job? So I was in a dilemma. All right? There's nothing I didn't try. I pushed harder than a woman in labor. Are you editing? I tried. I really tried. I was even advised to go downstairs, eat beans, eat whatever it is I could. I combined beans, yogurt, salad, meat pie, and kuli kuli, and nothing happened. I tried very hard. When I boarded my flight back to Kaduna, where I was living, immediately the pilot said, cabin crew, take your seats for takeoff. My stomach began to do what it shouldn't have done. To cut the long story short, I messed up the aircraft. And when I finished, I woke up and I realized I was dreaming. Ladies and gentlemen, I need your resilience, so just keep going and keep talking to yourselves, keep networking, create those, nice engagements amongst yourselves. And while we work on, the scores, and we would announce those who are winners, and that's all of you. You're all winners, all right? So please, let's keep the engagements going, and let's not slip off the tempo, all right? Thank you. All right, so I'm here with Messi, and we would be mercifully giving you your certificates because we believe that you deserve them, all right? In no particular order, all right? So let's call on Sonto Moma. A round of applause for him. Okay, so we would call on Godwin to help present the award. So we can have some, so we have to be on the stage? Okay, all right. Let's have Chukudalu Ufondu. Thank you, Godwin. Dr. Abbas, please, we'd like to have you on stage. Thank you. So let's have Chidera. I'm sorry if I'm murdering your name, I'm sorry, but it's what I see.
Modernization, chicken from one pressure. Orientation.
Michael Akinseta.
All my niggas sharp, cover face like Nagbaja. Get feel like but we know they come. TikTok boss them tap. Pass for the shit, rababa. Omo ijo, rababa. Feeling good,
Ife Olua.
Music give me permission to enter a spirit. Anyway, anyhow, you know say you go feel me. Music give me permission to enter a spirit. Yeah. Anyway, anyhow, you know say you go feel me.
call on to the stage Thomas C, head of SBN Nigeria. Please, a round of applause for him.
Anna Chiti. Moshisopo Andrew.
One things to want, one more, one car to want, catch a good job, banana. Alhamdulillah, call me for that. Yeah.
Thank you, Thomas. Africa, please could you come to the stage? All right, Yusuf Bilasami. All right, thank you. We're done with this segment, and I think we can just go into announcing I don't like using the word winners because I don't want the others to think they are not winners. You're all winners, right?
Holy Ghost fire, supernatural, boost my confidence.
Stephen?
My cocaine, my heart
No, hold on. We have to make this very special. Please, I would like to announce the presence of Adamu on stage, and I'm on stage. I'm taking full responsibility right now. Please, let's welcome. No, please go back and sit down. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, please. All the way from Kaduna State, all the way from the northern part of Nigeria, he's all over. He's been around the world. Whenever he's been introduced on stage, people pass out because it's just too much. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Go Nana! Yes, that's it. All right, so I guess this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Without further anticipation, we're going straight into it. Could you like lower the volume of the music? I really want to hear my voice. We're going to call on stage the first recipient for this prize money award. In no particular order, Cove Works. Dr. Michael Ojo, please, we would like to have you on stage. Godwin would like to have you on stage to present the next prize money award. And that goes to... I think something is going as farm at a go, right? Farm at a go. Please want you on stage. You're a winner. The third recipient for the prize money award is I guess you guys like scanning. Is that QR code technology? If you're
was built to be the best, number one and nothing less.
Dr. Abbas, please would like to have you on stage.
Destiny, I have waited patiently. I have vision, no, I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions.
Okay, so is there ever anything like the last one? Because you guys are winners and you'll keep winning and winning. So the last person or the last winner for the prize money is, let's go for commercials. So the thing is, honestly, I'm just gonna walk up to you, and when I shake your hands, you're the winner. Let's make this classy. Yes, I mean. Put your hands together for Go Nana!
For the champions, stand up. Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just like that's how it is, 'cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. Stand up, for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up.
Please, can we have all the winners on stage? Can we have all the winners on stage?
Pick myself back up when I fall down. I have to pick myself back up when I fall down. I have to pick myself back up when I fall down. I have to pick myself up. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions.
Dr. Michael Ojo, please, let's have you on stage.
Stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, no, I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just like that's how it is, 'cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up.
Please, let's have the other startups. Please join them, all the other startups.
For the champions, for the champions. Stand up. But when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. But when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. But when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. But when I fall down, I have to pick myself up. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up.
We don't have to go to 360 degrees. Now it's time we go the 180. You don't have to climb the highest mountains, for all you're looking for is within you. Open the eyes of your mind, your ears and mouth, as I sing my song. Open the eyes of your mind, your ears and mouth, as you hear my word.
All right, can I have your attention, please? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, all right, let's take our seats. Let's take our seats, please. Thank you. Let's take our seats. So we have come to the last item on the agenda, which says to give a vote of thanks to To all of you, because all of you made this happen. I think I'm on the fast forward mode. I'm sorry about that. I think I'll have to bring Mercy on stage first to talk to you about the next steps, on or about this program and what to expect. I think it's very important for all of you to know, especially the winners, on what to expect going forward. So, Mercy, please, the stage is yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, our engagement does not end here. Very important. I'd like to say a big well done to everyone. It's been an interesting couple of months. This activity from call for application, when you applied, to when you were told you were part of the people that will be participating, I think it took about 5 months. 5 months of you joining online, 5 months of you doing assignments, because I know they were assignments. I'm sure that they were assignments. So we want to say a big thank you and a big well done. It just shows that there's a lot of, your innovation is what it is. You've said all of these amazing things, and we truly believe in them. For those of us who didn't get the prize, please do not be downcast. I honestly feel that we are all going to have business together. Right? Whether it's in the innovation challenge or business with GAIN. So see this as you joining, as your onboarding process into the One GAIN family. For those of you that do not know, GAIN is a Swiss foundation that is in different countries, right? So that exposes you to a huge market. We could do a lot of things for you. So please do not go away from us. Do not run away, do not hide. We are willing to work with you. For the feedback you received today, I really want us to go back and reflect. Some of the questions here, and to be very honest, I totally agree with more than half of them. Some of the questions here show that a lot of work needs to be done. It's not a negative thing, it's a good thing. Right? So I want us to go back and think about these things that have been mentioned, the comments, the questions, reflect on them and see how can we truly serve the people that we say we are going to serve, our customer base, and whether they are the farmers, whether they are the processors, whether they are cooperative societies, how can we truly serve them? And ensure that this reflects in our business model. Many of us did not have really great business model. It did not speak to our financials. Remember we talked about this. But hey, it's a learning curve. So let's go back and reflect on them. On next steps, like I said, our engagement does not end here. For those of you who just got our prize award, you're not part of the GAIN family. What that means is we'll be signing contracts with you and we'll be working with you for 1 year. Tommy Sim, please, can I have you on stage? Please, a round of applause for Tommy Sim on Dubaku. So for the business support component, we work closely with SBN. SBN is Scaling Up Nutrition Business Network. It's a network that is designed to support nutrition-focused businesses in Nigeria and other parts of the world, really. Tommyson leads the SBN network in Nigeria. One of the things we're going to be doing is to be introducing you to Tommyson officially. What that means is, as you've gone out of this program, you are joining the SBN network. You're going to be receiving hand-holding, program support, and different technical support from SBN Network going forward. There might be invitations that we'll be sending to you to attend. You would have to attend them, right? It's a bigger opportunity, it's a bigger platform for you to do more work and network with more people that are working in your space. So that's why I'm introducing Tommyson to you. So please ensure you connect with him. Like I said, we're going to be signing contract with you that's going to determine how our work, how our relationship is going to be based. You're contractually bound to abide by this contract as soon as you sign. As much as we're going to be giving you this fund, it's obviously up to, there's a lot of terms and conditions that applies to this fund. It has to be used for the purpose it was intended for, not used outside those purposes. Remember when we started, guys, remember when we started and I did the overview online, one of the things that we said was we want to go and replicate some of these innovations and test them in the States, right? We all remember. So all of us that have been selected for specific states. We'll be reaching out to you with the states with more information on how that's going to work. For the next part of this program, while we are doing all of this, we said we're going to have an innovation exchange program with a university outside of the country. That is still in the works, but we'll be reaching out to you on how that would proceed going forward. We might reach out to you and ask you for information to help us verify your authenticity, your credibility, and all. It's all part of our due diligence. Remember, this is taxpayers' money. This is donors' fund. We can't just give it out without all of our dots being totally looked and checked and all of that. So please note that you're part of our network. You're part of SPN. Ensure that you keep in touch. We're going to be requiring reports from you every quarter for the next 1 year. Submit them. We want to know your impact. Impact is very important to us. The essence of this innovation challenge is to improve supply chain for efficiency. We want to see how your impact translates to this. What that means is 4 reports for the next 1 year. You're submitting to Mercy, you're submitting to Africa, you're submitting to Godwin. And we'll look at this and see it as an opportunity to spread your tentacles. If we know what you're doing and we know what your problem is, we can provide solutions to you. If you know what your problems is, we can even do introductions and help you reduce some of these issues, right? Remember, GAIN is a big organization. Dr. Abbas didn't have a chance to talk to you today, but we have several projects in GAIN that might be of relevance to you. So take this as an opportunity, even for those of us that are not part of the GAIN family, that did not get this prize. Please take this as an opportunity, an open invitation for you to talk to us, for you to meet with us, and for you to actually ask us and tell us what your problem is going forward. Thank you so much. I'm going to hand you over to SPN, who's going to do a small introduction before we go. Thank you, and over.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And please clap again for Mercy. You know the way I was standing, that's the part where you say, she has spoken. And if I'm going to say anything, I would say you're in good hands. And I'm not surprised that some of the winners won, because some of them are products of SBN. And the reason why I said that is some businesses will join after this. Some will hear this and knock on my door. SBN. The truth is, it is capacity. And when you go to the gym, you don't get the muscles in one day. Yeah? So it's a process. And some who have been through the process, you've seen the result. So when you join us, it's a starting point. There are those who have grown through the process, and they will mentor you. It's our job to link you to them, and that's what we'll do. So again, you're in good hands, and welcome on board. The process is very simple. It's a 4-stage process. You join a link where you're told what to do. It's a potential members list. You join the link. It's on WhatsApp. It's easy. No emails. And so you just join the link. I can send the link as quickly as we are done here. You join, and you're told the step, very simple 4 steps. And then you join an onboarding call every month, and that's it. You're part of the network, as long as you are able to abide with the structures. We have a lot of events, but let me market my product a little bit. I was outside because I was making a call, and we are having annual members convening. And so these are some of the events we are bringing up to build a collaborative platform that brings all the support for businesses. So again, you're in good hands, and that's the end of the Global Alliance for Improved Nutrition. Please put your hands together for my country director, who is always supporting us. I think I'll hand over the mic back to my organ now. Thank you, everyone. And congratulations, everybody.
All right, thank you, Tomsi. So I wouldn't want to bore you with any lengthy speech. We've come to the end of today's program, but I think I need to thank a lot of people, a lot of them. When I won my last, so many people, you know, but today I'm going to thank them better, all right? GAIN, you guys are amazing. You guys are awesome, super, super awesome for putting this together and making it happen and trusting NCIC to be a technical partner for this program. We look forward to working with you more on innovation programs like this and other, mutually beneficial programs. To the entrepreneurs, the superstars, I call you the superstars because every time, every day, all you guys do is to, you thrive to come up with solutions, for tomorrow. You guys are the future, so I'm really proud of you, winner or no winner, you're all winners, all right? You would go ahead and be successful in everything that you delve in. So congratulations to all of you. To my NCIC team that I drilled for about 2 months to make this happen, and this is not my fault. She knows herself. I won't call her name. She spoke a few minutes ago. So, it's a supply chain. Do you understand? It's a supply chain. Once the pressure comes from the top, it hits the middle, and those at the bottom, get it all, So the supply chain was really very effective, and we found a solution for that supply chain today by executing a very successful demo day. Clap for me. It's not easy to come up with these words, all right? Okay, thank you. Yeah. For the media guys and those who are covering this, we thank you very much. I'm sure my hip-hop belly is not too obvious. Just make me look good. And for our guests who are here and our virtual, guests and participants, who've been online streaming with us, from the beginning of this program, we thank you for your resilience. And our judges who are no longer here did an amazing job, and we applaud them, we thank them. And on that note, Adamu Garba says, thank you very much for coming.
Living the moment, tomorrow belongs to God. Nothing can break me, nothing can bend me, nothing can bring me down. May love what you hate, we all deserve a chance. La 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 la.